Excellent. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Salty Dragon Tavern. We are once again going to be playing some Stars Without Number with the beautiful Christian's face. Yeah, I'm pleased. He's finally picked up.
Put him on the spot.
He's picked up a camera, and now he can do camera things with the rest of us, which is very, very nice. Because it's amazing just how much you can emote if you have like a visual medium to work with. Okay, we did start a bit late today just because we were awaiting some of our players' arrival. Nick will be joining us very soon. He's just encountered some bad traffic, but I don't think that's going to be a massive problem because of how this session is likely to begin. So, when last we left the crew of the Gloved Molotov, you left the relative comfort and safety of the Tech Level 4+ planet of Alfdis and began traveling around in the wider sector. Your first job was a simple one: transport a few boxes of stuff from Alfdis to Thymoites Waystation B. You arrived and were met with a very heavily fortified welcome. You were not allowed to bring any guns or weapons on board the station with you. And that is for good reason, because Thymoites, the planet that this waystation is orbiting, is currently in active war with itself. It's a big old civil war situation. This waystation you are on is being used as a means for weapons manufacturers and other equipment suppliers to sell their wares to the highest bidder on the conflict below, and also to allow people passing through to stop and resupply, and also pick up some of these weapons should they so choose. Upon leaving all of your weapons and dangerous equipment behind on the Gloved Molotov, you stepped off onto the way station and immediately bought a lot of stuff. I believe Pim currently has an entire hover dolly just stacked with power armor, weapons, ammunition, heavy weapons, other terrifying miscellanea, all secured in sealed plexiglass cases that don't allow people to use the weapons while they're on the station. But as soon as you leave, you can access them as normal.
I'm so glad I have a...
It turns out that the cargo you were dropping off here was diamonds. Military grade, industrial strength diamonds that are going to potentially be weaponized, perhaps as orbital rounds for just... Can you imagine the damage of just dropping a diamond from orbit onto a thing? Yes. That kind of thing. And bear in mind, these diamonds are like big, pointy, like long sections. So super hard and going incredibly quickly would be insanely destructive. So who knows who's going to end up buying these and causing chaos. But the last thing that we saw when we faded to black on last session was Darius found his portable friend drone had been remotely controlled by somebody else. It flew away and led him down a dark alleyway. He stepped down the alleyway and was followed by Lochy. They realized very quickly that they passed through a holographic projector that made it seem as though the alleyway was always empty. Upon making his way to the very end, a panel from one of the walls slid out and pivoted inwards, pushing Darius into one of the stores. And that is where we ended things. So, before we get into the conversation with Darius, I need to know, Lochy, your immediate reaction.
Well, if I remember correctly, a panel slid in front of me, barring me from access to Darius as well.
Yes, so essentially the panel slid out, then that panel pivoted and basically became the wall while pulling Darius into the structure.
Immediate reaction would be try and see if I can feel along the edge to find a gap and try and brute force my way through.
Okay. First things first, then roll a perception check to find the appropriate point to apply leverage. With wisdom, I would say.
With wisdom, oh dear. I don't think I'm going to find you. I'm not going to find you.
You think you found a place? It seems it seems like it's fine if you're gonna try and pry this thing open.
Okay, I will.
Okay. I seem to remember you said that you pulled a pipe from a nearby wall.
No, I more cited it to have it in mind in case I needed it. So yes, I will pull a pipe to use it to try and leverage the spot open if I can.
You are pretty buff, so you just walk up and go, and it just comes free. You do see that some cold gas begins to billow from the pipeline, but that's like the last thing on your mind, I expect.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm going to try and wedge and break it open if I can.
Okay, please make me a strength check.
What does that actually come under?
Oh, I would call that athletics, I expect, with your strength. Yeah, it's a feat of athletic prowess. Yes, athletic.
Da-da-da.
Okay, you begin trying to jam the pipe into the place and begin applying leverage. You are going to be doing that for some time. You're now going to cut inside this small chamber to Darius. Darius, as you can see on the map.
Yeah, I'm going to flip open my comm bag quickly and just ping everyone because.
Yes. Oh. Have you frozen?
Bad time for
I think
him
he's
to lag
frozen.
out.
Yeah.
He looks
It
like
also
he's
looks like
enjoying
he's
a very good food.
Mm.
Oh, or that.
I could enjoy some good food right now.
I am enjoying good food right now.
Well, this is for him, so I can't carry on with this line until he stops lagging out.
That's all right. We can wait.
Okay.
It's okay. It gives me a chance to like finish my dinner. You know.
Oh,
he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Totally hear you guys fine.
there you are.
Oh.
Okay, it's all cleared up. Just you.
Your
Like,
video's a bit shaky.
Big lag spike for a second there.
Your video's a bit shaky though. Also,
Maybe
because you're
turn your
talking,
video
we
off.
can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps
he's
dropping in and
fine
out.
I'd say.
Me.
Yeah, I'd say turn off the video. Hello? Are you good?
No, we can't hear you at the moment.
No. Bother.
Ah.
Why Discord? Why?
How dare you, Discord? Just fun, please. Hmm.
Did you know that the largest wolf currently living stands on all fours at a rough 5.5 feet tall?
Wow.
Largest what?
Wolf.
Huh.
Oh, what was that noise?
I think he just disconnected and rejoined.
Okay. How is this our life, you guys? Okay, done again.
One
Use this
more
opportunity
time.
to get my water bowl.
Can you hear me?
There you are.
Yes, there you are.
That's
He's
so stupid.
back.
I could hear you guys fine the whole time.
Oh, okay. We were concerned that you couldn't, and we couldn't hear you. Then I can't exactly interact.
No, it's all good. So I assume the first thing that Lochy would have done last session was to notify everyone that I'm in trouble. So I'm going to quickly flip open my compad and just say, hang on a tick, let me check this out first. Don't go nuts, but just keep an eye on where I am.
Okay.
You assume a lot of Lochy.
So
He wouldn't have let anyone know.
So
Because last session you said you did let him know.
No, I did let him know, yeah.
So everybody gets this message. Lochy, you hear your compat chirp in your pocket as you're like stabbing away at the wall, trying to like pry it open.
I'll half like lean against the bar still, like not losing the pressure, and kind of like use one hand to try and flip out my compad to see what it is.
Yeah, you see his message.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So I will explain what your immediate surroundings are. You did that basically in pitch blackness. You were standing in like a 3 meter by 3 meter, completely featureless black metal room. From the amount of light that was shed by your compad as you were sending this message, it does appear there are light fixtures on the ceiling, and you suspect that some of the wall panels can move, but aside from that, you don't see anything.
I'm just gonna grope around for a light switch.
Okay. As you start like reaching around trying to find something, you hear a voice come over some kind of sound system, and it says, "Hello there."
Yeah, good morning. Can I have my drone back? I'm kind of
Yes.
like busy at the moment.
Your
I'm-
drone.
I'm running my hands across the walls, still looking for stuff.
Roll perception.
Okay, then.
Well, when we told you to try and find us, we didn't expect it to be quite like this.
Yeah, I know, right? It would be better perhaps if you didn't piss off all my friends outside so they go nuts.
We needed to speak to you one-on-one. If you could perhaps call off your dog, perhaps we can have a more lengthy conversation.
If you open the panel for a tick and I can probably talk to him in person, he's probably not going to listen to me over text.
All right. You turn back, and the panel that kind of pivoted closed to slam you in cracks open just a small jar. Turns out, Lochy, that as this happens, you are applying pressure in completely the wrong spot.
Oh, I figured as much.
So your kind of like angry pulling gets stopped by you kind of like being pushed back by the door opening, and you stagger back a bit. Darius, you see a light begin to pour through in a slit.
I'm not actually going to look out. I'm just going to yell over my shoulder while I'm using the light from the slit to try and see what's in the room. But, Lochy,
Yeah,
hold on a few seconds.
you're good.
For the moment, just remember where I am, okay?
All right, just let me know if you need. Well, if someone needs beaten.
Yeah. I don't know at the moment. Just hold on.
At that, I'll stop applying
Yep.
pressure, but keep a very precise look on that slit there, so I know exactly where it is when it falls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you're like right next to it when it closes, you have an exact beat on where that seam is now. Okay, so the door then closes back up. It falls into complete darkness. From what you can see of the ceiling, the entire thing is just strips of LEDs. So if they wanted to, this entire room could be extremely bright, and they could also light up very specific sections of the room, but they're choosing not to. Also, your suspicions were correct. Many of a lot of the wall in front of you seems to be made up of lots of smaller panels that can probably slide away.
So I'm going to assume that they've got UV cameras on me anyway. because otherwise, why would they keep it in pitch black? So I'm just going to sit down on the ground. All right, I did what you said. Look, I'm not sure what's up with all this smoke and mirrors bullshit. You asked me to find you.
And you did, eventually.
Yeah, all right.
Now, we did see you going about your business there on Alfdis, making all kinds of a ruckus. You really need to get some better equipment, my friend.
Kind of, yeah. That's what I was trying to do, which is probably why I got noticed out.
We do need to try our best to maintain security, especially amongst those of us who could rumble our operation.
All right, fine. Look, I'm a little bit uncertain about you having access to the drone at the moment. It's connected to my implants. Do you mind not doing anything too sus with it?
Of course. We will release the drone upon your departure. Now, to business. Your arrival seems to have been quite opportune. You need something from us, and we need something from you.
Fuck, here I was under the impression that you were just salesman at the moment. But I got to be honest, I'm a little hesitant after you've dragged me in here, stolen my equipment, or what little of it I have, and then made insults of my friends.
Well, that's up to you. If you don't wish to treat with us or do business, that's fine. We can just open the door and you'll be on your way. But I feel like that will be more to the detriment of you than us.
I'm sort of just like chewing my lip as I sit there, because I'm very uncomfortable being on the lower hand of this interaction, because this is probably not the similar position I would have been in other areas.
No, definitely not.
Yakuda's one.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know I don't want to piss them off too much, and I do kind of want to cooperate. So I'll go, all right, look, you got me. Fine. What do you need?
You want to trade with us? We need a job done. You take care of a small situation that we have here on this station, and we'll be willing to do business with you. Sound fair?
Depends what it is, but I'll listen.
All right. We have a problem with the auction hall. Now, for those who are curious, I'm currently pinging the auction hall on the map.
It's where we put the diamonds in, isn't it?
Yes.
Where is
Now.
it? Oh.
Yeah, over there. Now, this venue is used for the 4 factions of Thymoites and a few other interested parties to bid on larger quantities of armed goods and more esoteric devices, things that are curious or of some interest.
Right.
We have a situation of wanting to keep one of the shipments out of one of the faction's hands specifically. Unfortunately, one of our field agents has been waylaid on the planet and hasn't been able to return in time to stop this. You will find that we need to keep Lot 2624 out of the hands of the Thymoites Combat Revolutionaries, or TCR.
I'm 2624 Combat Revolutionaries.
Yes. We don't care. We don't care how you do it. Just keep it subtle.
All right. What's in the box?
In the box is a specialized variety of tracer rounds, mag tracer rounds, designed specifically to work on the Thymoites atmosphere.
All right. Fair. And why do they want the rounds? To kill people, I presume.
Of course. That faction is growing far too powerful. We need to to do our best to tip the scales, as it were.
I'll have a look then.
Excellent. But be
But-
careful. Okay.
Alright then.
Okay, and at that, one of the panels in front of you slides open and just spits out your drone, which begins to hover at your mental command.
I sort of just like grab a hold of the drone, put it on my back rig, because I'd have like a mount for it, and just
Sure.
sever connection so that it drops.
Mhm.
So I'm carrying it now and just stick a finger up as I walk out.
Yep, and that the door you came in through slides away sideways, and Lochy, you can see that Darius is walking free to
Okay.
there.
God, I wish they wouldn't do that cloak and dagger shit. Yeah, I mentioned to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine I'm not much for it.
Now, you can still see that the hologram protecting this alleyway from the wider station is still active. So your leaving of the place may need to be a bit careful.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry, Rory.
The holographic wall that's making it seem like nothing is back here is still active.
Oh, okay. Right. So they're wanting. Oh, Jesus, this isn't good. Lock. I basically just relay everything to Lochy
Sure thing.
as I'm standing there.
Alright,
So-
well, how do you want to play it out?
I don't know. I'm at a loss. Where I don't have much information on this area. I don't like the idea of taking on that many armed guards outside. Well, either way, we should probably go into the auction house at the least.
Agreed.
Okay. So, you guys can make a subtle departure from this holographically projected laneways and make your way towards the auction hall. Now, what is everybody else doing during this time? Because-
I suspect so.
Who wants to go first?
Yes.
First, because it's quick. Catalina is walking around with Dimitri and just talking to shopkeepers, just acquainting ourselves with people, resource gathering, so to speak. And
Of course. You can make your profession roll, and I will roll on the part of Dimitri with Culture Spacer.
yes, right. I have to pull up my character sheet.
He doesn't have Culture Spacer? Wow. Whoops.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Weird. Oh, well.
Well, I ain't asking for your help. I'm sorry.
He's rolling for it, and he's going to be rolling with Charisma.
Do I roll charisma as well, or intelligence?
Yes. Charisma. You're trying to win people over.
Yeah. And do I get nope?
Oof. No. That was me. For... What? Yes. Oh, yeah. You got a 7.
Default.
Very nice. As you're kind of making your way around, chatting, becoming more acquainted, you realize there's kind of a spot for this kind of a conversation and gossip. These 4 businesses here are all food vendors and have like stalls and small high chairs and high stools kind of positioned loosely around the front, and there's there's groups of people who are like pilots and other traders who are just hanging around having chats, and you feel like you'll get some good luck getting information from these kinds of people.
Okay, well that's where Catalina will be. She'll be over in this area with them, chatting it up. anything which you can find out.
Lovely. Dr. Barker?
I've been just going around to some of the stores purchasing some stuff.
Ah, yes, your suit.
Yes.
Where was my thing? Your special fanciful suit. Did I include a place that did that?
You said it was 100?
I'm going to say it's this one right here. So you're in a good spot. Yeah, like that's a place that's currently in the process of manufacturing your suit-esque combat field uniform.
Yes.
And there's other purchases you can make as well. Pim, how about you with your 2 hopper dollies?
I was literally just going to take Hopper Dollies back to the ship.
Oh, sure thing. You can make your way up. I think I said you guys were on number 7, so it was this one. So I'm just gonna yoink these. See, beep, and say that you have taken the hopper dollies and have them parked on your side of the airlock, awaiting access later.
And then I'm going to head back out and try and find Lochy.
Oh, sure thing. When that happens, when you come back in briefly, you get approached by Lucia, who says, "Hey, you. Can I also make a purchase?"
Indeed. Would you like to be escorted by myself?
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I would like the company, or perhaps you would.
She kind of rolls her eyes. Fine. And
Very well.
Yeah. She then she pulls her sidearm out of her holster and just puts it on top of the crates, and then goes out with you. You both get scanned again, and then make your way back onto the station. Okay. If you're just doing general shopping malarkey, I'm going to yoink this. Bring it back over here. You are there with Lucia, which I should probably make her a better thingamywhatsits using reroll, which I will put on my to-do list for next time. Because this looks very strange. Yeah, we did. Okay. At that, Darius, Lochy, you can make your way over to the auction hall. As you walk down the street, you see that the business that you were pulled into is actually a freighter company. Yeah, so this business has a person at the front desk, and there's a big sign over the top that says they manage freight for in system and to the various adjoining systems.
Alrighty.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Doesn't mean much to Lochy, but yeah.
No, but you know what their front is now, I suppose. Okay.
I'll probably make note of the name of it. Actually.
Yes, the name of it. That is a very good point. The name of it. It's called Das Vidania Cargo.
Yes. Love it.
Goodbye,
cargo.
No, this planet is also Russian.
Oh, right. Yeah, it is too. Forgot about that.
Yes.
That is fantastic. My notes literally say "Dos Vidania Cargo, dodgy buggers." In true Lochy fashion.
Excellent. So, as you make your way over to the auction hall, you can see, from the door, what it is that I have set up. Essentially, there's 4 round tables kind of positioned in each one appears to be surrounded by their own retinue. And you suspect that each table is reserved for each of the 4 factions that are fighting out of the Thymoites. There's a person standing at the back wall making announcements to all of them and kind of gesturing. There's 2 guards at the door, 2 guards at the back, along with two assistants who are basically doing the whole move cargo onto stage, guy makes spiel, people bid, take cargo off stage. You know, that kind of thing.
Yep.
It's in classic auction hall faction. But you also realize that aside from the guy talking, nobody in there is making a sound.
Can I? Which of the tables has the? Can we tell who's seated at each table?
From your current distance, no. You may have to actually be inside to identify that. They may have like smaller identifiers, but you need to be physically closer to them for that.
What's
in that case,
general atmosphere of the people in there?
Just like I assume you guys are kind of like standing around the tree and I'm just trying not to be trying to make it not seem like you're looking at them.
Pretty much.
Oh, really?
What? What's up? Chris? What's wrong? Well, I'm just going to say things. The general atmosphere in there it's very serious. As you're kind of looking from this angle, you can see that the way that the people are making these bids is that each table has on it a holo projector. And every time somebody wants to place a bid, somebody just types something quickly on a compad, and their bid amount just gets projected up on a big holo screen showing the number. So it's very still, it's very calm, it's very serious, and everybody is just sitting there, kind of just like quietly typing away. And then eventually people stop bidding, and a person will win a lot, and there's no celebration. It's just like it's very somber, like good, yes, good, and then they move on to the next lot.
This is not an auction; it's a funeral.
It's serious. This is war. So yeah, that's the situation in there.
Well, one way that we can stop them from bidding from it is to convince them that the materials are defective.
How do we do that?
Just a thought. I don't know.
This ain't exactly my forte.
It's not exactly mine either. So would it be like totally what the fuck if someone walked into the room?
No, I think it would make sense that there's a few other people kind of standing around the sidelines who are also doing some bidding with handheld projectors. Just the main factions are the ones that have seats. So if you wanted to bid on something, you could walk in and start bidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll walk in then and just try and work out who the combat revolutionaries even are.
Mm-hmm.
Like which table they're at.
Yeah, sure thing. As you are kind of walking in, being very calm, please make me a perception check with wisdom.
I should also join in.
Yes. You'll probably be able to determine this information from being in the room with them. This is just a question of how quickly you can do it, because and perhaps how close you need to get to them. Ooh. Darius. a 10 for Darius, and a 4 for Lochy. You're kind of a bit confused by the whole thing because their iconography, Lochy, is in Russian. So any kind of identifier on their chest is in Cyrillic. So you're going.
Also, he doesn't really understand the whole concept of an auction.
Yeah.
Didn't really have those back on my planet.
No. But Darius, you are able to figure it out pretty quickly. It is this table right here contains the combat revolutionaries. As you are walking around, you can see there are 3 other factions who are present. If you read their lapels and their military jackets, you can see the names of the other factions as well. Yes, you've got the Thymoites Combat Revolutionaries, or TCR. You've got the Thymoites Unity Front, or TUF. You've got the Thymoites Cultural Defenders, or TCD, and the Thymoites Homeland Operatives, or THO. And those are the people present in the room.
Do we know anything about them? Other than just they happen to be factions?
I don't. You would have had to pass by this way station or one like it before on your way up. So, make out like a culture spacer or culture criminal. See if you've heard any rumblings about these guys.
Okie dokie.
We have ourselves all the players. Hello.
Where? Who? Oh, me. Yes.
Intelligence?
Yes, intelligence. Not bad. You in your dealings and travels since you rolled culture criminal have probably seen that there's been a decent amount of criminal activity included and invoked by these factions. They're not afraid to potentially allow smugglers or other illegal people to transport goods to them personally. This is just the legit front for all of the goods acquisitions.
Okay.
It seems like the war is pretty localized to this planet as well. It's just like staying within its borders. They're all just fighting over the planet amongst themselves.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's going to be a good one, Lochy.
What are you
We
gonna
could
know?
just talk to them directly and say we have information that the bullets are defective.
All right. If you want to do the talking.
All right. So standing where I am, which I presume is fairly close to the entranceway, I'm just going to stare at that table until one of them catches my eye.
Okay.
And then when they do, just make a subtle glance towards the door and motion with a hand.
Okay. If you're just there staring at them, the general mood of the room is like also has an air of paranoia. So it's not long before one of the guards kind of catches a glimpse of you staring, and he just goes like, gives kind of a look of like, what?
I just kind of like nod to him and then tap my mouth like I want to talk to him.
Okay, he kind of glances around. Make me a persuasion roll, please, with charisma. See how well you can win him over.
Or how stupid he is.
Very true.
Yeah, not great.
I'm gonna roll against that though, just because I can. Okay.
Yep.
He's not really interested, and just kind of goes like, I'm just gonna like shh, like gestures to shoo you away, and then turns back to his table, and pays attention to the items coming up.
Okay. Well, I don't really know what to do. Lochy, have you got any ideas?
Not really.
What
As I
what
said, not really my kind of thing.
what lot number is it currently being auctioned?
One of them, did I say it was 2624 was the actual lot.
2624.
Yeah, 264. They're currently at 2589.
So it's probably a while off.
It seems like the auction is going by decently quickly. Some items are taking longer than others, but it's decently snappy. You think maybe 15 minutes is how much time you have? Perhaps 20.
Right. Not having much option, I'm just going to walk over to the table
Okay, sure thing.
and pass the guard who noticed me
Mm-hmm. I'd say
and see if he reacts.
okay. I feel like it was maybe this guy. Like this dude would be the head honcho as far as you can tell. So he has his back to the wall, can see everything. So this is the guard that probably caught your gaze. So you can approach. Okay, you are now standing right behind him. He sees the shadow you're casting and just kind of turns back and says, "What?"
I have a little bit of information I'd be willing to sell you on the items coming up.
He kind of turns to his commanding officer and just says,
The moment he starts
Yeah.
to ask, I'm going to put the pressure on and just turn and look at the other table. Or maybe one of the other factions would be interested. I don't know. I just decided to come to you first because you looked like the perhaps most willing to listen.
he just like he gives a look to his commanding officer that's kind of like, "Can I?" And he gives a very like, and he's prepared to stand up and walk away with you.
Okay. While we're walking away, I'm gonna wave to any of the auction house employees who might have seen us to act like I know them.
Ah, okay. That is going to be more persuasion to just like it's more just you presenting yourself in a way where they're like, hi, and not,
Yeah,
what? Who's this guy?
yeah. Might as well try it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Hmm.
You get the latter kind of like confused glances, like the two guys who work in there are like, what? Who's this guy? But
Oh,
that's fine. You guys can make your way outside and stand over by Lochy. He says, "So, what is this deal?"
Oh, right. So as you can see, obviously, we've got our own skills, right? And I just like unbundle my drone and start setting it up. And I pass him my compad. Have a look at this, and I'm going to show him like probably the better written of one of my hacks.
Okay. Okay. There's some numbers on the screen.
Yeah, so you know what that means, right? Or do you guys not? Look, I'm a hacker. It's my job to find things out and sell information about the things I find out.
Okay. What
I'm
does that
pretty
have to do with me?
I'm pretty sure there's some defective goods being sold by the auction house, so I'm happy to give you a list of which numbers are defective if you perhaps, I don't know, 100 credits per record.
You have evidence. You have proof.
Well, the question is whether you're going to find out in 2 weeks' time when your guns fail and you lose the war, or whether you want to take me on my word at the moment. I don't care. I get paid either way, if you pay me or the others pay me.
He looks a bit nervous at that, and maybe regretting taking this conversation without his CO. And he just kind of like also glances up at your big friend, and he kind of asks, "Okay, why is he here?"
He's my god. It's easier with someone from off planet.
Do you react at all to him addressing you? Lochy?
Yeah, kind of, do the whole puff out the chest a little bit and just stare down at puny man.
The
Human pufferfish.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have Darius roll persuade. Same with Lochy, but you're rolling to assist with your muscles, so roll persuade but with strength.
Yes, I will persuade with muscle.
Strengthy persuasion.
Oh.
Why is that not?
So if you can beat a 7,
Oh, fuck's sake, that's unassisted. So even if I get assisted, I can't.
oof and doof.
That's not good.
We'll see how it goes. Ooh. On the other hand,
My muscles, they speak louder than words.
That's
massive.
double 6, isn't it?
no, it's close. The muscles. He says, like, he kind of regards you and says, "I'm sorry. It is difficult to trust what you say when you have no proof."
Oh, I guess that is true. Well, how about this? And I hand over the details of our last job for doing a delivery directly to the auction house.
Okay. He kind of takes it and examines it and goes, "Oh, so you know that this is defective?"
Not just this one. There's 3 others.
Which ones?
I'm going to give him the actual number and then 2 others.
Okay. Are they lots that have already been sold or ones that are coming up?
One that is, yeah, I'll say 2624 as being the first one,
Yeah.
and then 2629 and 26340. Just higher numbers so that the first one they're going to have to take the gamble on is the actual thing.
Ah, very clever. He kind of like has a look at this and says, "Are you sure?"
110%. No, I wouldn't mind some credits.
One more persuasion roll, please. Because he is now asking you if you are lying.
Fair enough. I'm totally not.
I mean, as far as you know, they might be defective.
Yeah, right?
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Lockman's
perception.
muscles.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's perception.
I rolled perception.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I've been rolling perception multiple times. I have a +1 in persuasion.
You rolled persuasion the previous 2 times.
Oh, okay.
Lochy rolled perception though.
Did it? Oh, good. Oh, well.
It's fine.
It's same negative for both of them.
Yeah. 8. Okay. Not bad.
Come on, the price was cheap. 100 credits per record. It's not much.
Hmm. He says 50.
75. I've already given you the information. You verified that it's true.
75. And he goes to shake your hand.
I shake his hand and go, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. By the way, who in particular is probably your biggest problem in there at the moment.
In there?
Yeah, how's the war going?
Of course. You are off-worlder.
Yeah.
Checking the faction files. Who's the most dangerous? It is Thor.
So,
Thor.
okay. So,
Why do
anyway,
I?
here's my bank account. Just
Yep.
don't buy those items. I've given him a fake number so that it
Yeah.
can't be traced back to me because I don't give a shit about 60
Yeah.
credits.
So he goes and puts in and goes to send over 300 credits because it was 75 per item is what you agreed. So that just gets sent to the ether basically.
Yep. Just like Bitcoin to a bad address.
Mm-hmm. And says, "Okay, so thank you."
No issues. Is there anything else you suppose someone might be buying in there?
What do you mean?
Information.
I can't speak for the enemy.
I pull out a. Do I have like business cards or paper or anything like that I can use?
Probably not paper. You could just like send him your contact information. Be like, "Hey, buddy, if you want to send me a thing in the future, by all means."
Okay, I'm just gonna send him a contact info as well for my number, but I will do it in a way that I will recognize calls coming in from him.
Sure. Okay.
So I'll put him in my phone as dumb shit or something like that.
And at that, he makes his way back inside, sits back down at the table. You can see that he exchanges some words with his commanding officer here, who then turns and says something to the attendee who is just standing next to him. Just kind of exchanges a few words with him. It's hard to read their expressions from this distance, but something's happening.
Do you think that we have done a good idea here, or are we fucked? I'm just talking to Lochy under my breath as I walk away slowly.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be an odd one.
Okay.
Perhaps we should just wait and see what happens for the auction.
I mean, we're influenced in a war, aren't we?
I guess so. But I mean, I haven't really done anything except told 2 white lies.
Yes.
Okay, fine. The lies were black as hell.
Okay. At that, I think we're going to cut over to Catalina and Brother Dimitri because you guys have been standing relatively nearby, having some conversations.
Yes, just give me 2 seconds to fix the things.
Is there a problem?
Nope.
Nope.
Excellent, everything's fine.
I was fixing the commands
Everything is
where
fine.
the current ship location is.
Ah, of course.
Do it before stream.
Splendid. Allow me to turn some pages. So you are standing amongst some some food vendors and various kiosks, where there's a lot of different pilots and traders and people just standing around, like chewing the fat, having a conversation about travel and adventures and various things like that.
Yes, conversation. Hey, Catalina.
Duh.
How about this nice pink jacket? Yeah, but don't you like pink?
Is not a color I am very fond of, no. Look,
Maybe
I mean,
it is too...
it has time and place, but on me is not it.
Maybe we should get it for Darius.
Oh, he'd look smashing. Beautiful.
Now, how can we give it to him in a way that he cannot say no?
Is good question. I'll have to think about this one.
Okay.
While we're here, we should talk to the people and see if we can find out if they know anything from home.
They might.
Getting information from the news is very
Subjective.
and intolerable. It's very frustrating.
Well, I don't know. Like, shopkeepers, do you think? Or maybe the guards, or...
Well, there seems to be lots of eateries here. People eating, sitting, chatting. I guess maybe just talk to them. I don't know.
Okay, but we sit down, we have food, we talk loudly, and see if anybody puts in.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Drinks on you or me?
Me. I have some cash to
You
spare.
have first round, I take second.
Okay, we do this.
Oh, do you have some cards, dice? We do some bit of gambling? No?
Is there any?
Is
No,
there any?
I thought just to I wanted to just try and start rumors by paying people off to spread that the auction house is selling faulty merchandise.
I didn't necessarily include any other patrons walking around because that's a lot of hassle for me to move them.
Yep.
Actually, but yeah, like there's like
Right.
crowds, perhaps like 3 dozen people
Right.
milling around.
And I will even offer one of them 20,000 credits to accuse the auction house as an item comes out that it's fake.
That's a lot of
Really?
money.
20,000 credits. Okay.
Oh, no, I'll hold off on that one. I'll see if it's needed.
Okay.
Because like,
Okay, 20,000.
Catalina and I could include this in our conversation if you tell us to do it.
Yeah.
So, how much money per person, and how many people are you talking to?
I don't know. What do you? I will just text over the radio over the compad for everyone to do it, but they don't have to pay anyone. And I'll drop probably 5K in.
Okay, sure. You haven't explained the job you're doing to anybody else really, except Lochy.
Yeah.
It's a bit out of context. So okay,
Yeah.
everybody's compads gets pings saying
Like open compad. Oh yes, I can do this. It is not hard. Hey Catalina, psst.
What does the message say?
Did you also
It
get
just says,
information that
try and spread the rumor as much
What rumor?
that the auction house is selling fake goods.
Okay. Carry on, Ali.
Catalina,
Sorry.
Shh, don't tell anyone. But I think I just heard that the auction house is selling fake goods.
My sources, I follow a lot of like secret website, yes, lots of information, yes, great. I just got a ping saying the same thing. Who would think to put bad goods?
No, it is terrible for business. Like I don't know why they would do such a thing.
Someone must be trying to rig the war. Someone.
Most likely, yes.
You two both roll persuasion with charisma for your stage whispering.
Do I even have this?
Even if you don't, do it.
Persuade. I'm not good
What the
at
fuck, no?
Persuade. I'm not terrible in persuade. With what?
Yeah.
Charisma.
Charisma, so it
Charisma.
out.
This will be
No,
fun.
this is dead.
This is like the worst thought out plan I've ever attempted to pull off in any session, D&D or LARP. Just for
Right.
everyone to be aware.
Can I take this time to approach Charles with Lucy? Charles, I need to borrow some credits for a new compad. Is that okay?
No. Why?
I need to help
messages from
Darius.
What?
I need to help Darius spread a rumor.
And you need a compad to do this.
It is part of my plan.
Right. What happened to all the money that you had?
I spent it on weapons. Would you like a list?
No, just whatever. And I flick him the 100 credits.
All right, I'm going to quickly go buy a compad, go near the auction house, and set up only one messaging account and one message on the screen from an unknown sender. And I'm going to go write in the message as a receive saying, remember, most of the items that the auction are selling are faulty. Don't purchase anything, but convince others to purchase. And then I'm going to walk over, sit on a bench, leave the compad next to me, stand up, and then walk away.
A burner phone with a dead message. Nice.
Okay, the best place for a bench is probably under the weird sparkle-like tree that there is in like this center square area. So yeah, you can probably do that very easily. I will ask you to make a stealth roll, please, with dexterity, because there are 2 guards nearby.
Oh.
Please be good. Hey!
Yeah.
Okay. Basic success. As you take your seat and kind of glance around to what we wait for a moment, you choose a time when this guard right here kind of glanced up at the ceiling. Then you put down the compad and walk away, and no one seems that bothered by you just abandoning your possessions. Okay.
On a station full of thieves, what do you expect?
This place does good business. Good, honest business.
Good, honest thievery business. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds exactly like the highwayman. Legitimate businessman, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the
Okay.
highwayman. That is the shisha den.
That's a lot of people. It's not good.
But we actually run a legitimate business.
Yeah.
I feel like
We actually make more from the shisha den than our dodgies.
We're getting sidewinded, guys. Pull it back in.
Sorry.
Sorry.
my entire party plays dodgy characters in LARP, but that's okay. So, back to Dimitri and Catalina. As you are saying all of these loud statements, a person kind of like turns around, cranes his neck over to you guys, and says, "What? Oh, what are you saying about this auction house? I just made one of those drop-offs myself. It was all fine."
Oh, really? Well, I don't think the one that we delivered was okay. It's something wrong
What?
with it.
What was wrong with it?
I don't know. It just didn't seem. What is word? What is acronym here? NQR. Not quite right.
I see. What did you bring in?
It was diamonds, but they were not of quality that it said they were.
How do you know? This is quite strange.
We have our sources.
Maybe it was the light did not glint off them in quite the right way. You know, like didn't do that refraction thing.
It's just not quite right. Something didn't seem okay.
Interesting. And then he kind of turns back and returns to his previous conversation. It sounds like he's mentioning what you guys just said.
We can be.
Has anyone found the compad yet?
Are you just like standing around the corner waiting for a person to pick it up?
No, I've literally just walked off.
Okay, then
I'm
you
not
don't
that
know. If you're not actively watching where the compad was dropped, you don't have a way of knowing if somebody's picked it up.
All right. Can I walk back and take a glance and see if it's still there?
Yeah, sure thing. It's not. As you kind of.
Upstairs.
You know,
I am a mastermind.
Mm-hmm. As you kind of, as you are walking by, though, you see that a person has just. I think you would see the compad in the hand of one of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how it got there, but one of the guards is just kind of holding it and seems to be reading what's on it.
I think it's time to leave. I'm going back to the ship.
Oh boy, you guys.
Goodbye.
That's okay. You just skedaddle away. At this point, I'd say Charles, your phone begins to buzz. You're getting an automated message that your tailored armor is finished.
Ah, perfect timing. I'll go and pick
Excellent.
it up.
Yeah. Can I walk past Charles and Lucia and go, time to go, get your ornaments, and we are leaving?
As you,
What have you done?
Nothing.
I don't believe you.
That is fine. I will explain to you what I have done later, where you can punish me in privacy.
Hey, Catalina,
Ah,
this is round 3. Did you want to go another?
sure. One more.
One more for the
time's
road?
sake, da.
Okay, let us do this.
Okay. Do we need to do like constitution checks because we're drinking alcohol?
if you're just there drinking and if you keep on drinking, you know what? What are you guys eating and drinking? Is it
Eating? What is this eating thing you talk about?
Okay, so it's just drinking. Found a bar, drinking. I assume vodka because it's you guys. And
No, maybe it's
Actually,
red
yeah.
salt.
okay, then the two of you please make physical effect saves.
Where is this button?
It's a bit lower down.
Yeah.
Catalina,
Failed! Oh god!
Oh no.
you both
Catalina's
failed.
feeling it. She's probably
You're
a
both-
bit hungover still anyway.
You're both kind of tipsy. What are you two talking about in your drunken stupor?
Okay,
whatever comes to
so
mind.
Dimitri,
Ah, Catalina falling off a chair, that's a good start.
shut up! I'm not falling off anything. I have a good idea. I have an idea. So you know, like, I really want to go home one day. It would be really nice. Da. But I have an idea. Okay, so I can't go home because there's stupid war, you know? Stupid? Who even likes war? It's stupid! Did I say stupid? Stupid.
Only once or twice.
Da. But I have an idea.
Okay, tell me this idea.
Okay, so, I've been thinking about it. You know when I've been sitting there making my motorcycle better? I've been doing the pulling things out and putting it back in. It's very therapeutic. Gets the brain
Are you going to
moving.
make it a flying space bike?
No, that would be, awesome.
Yeah,
I'll have
that
to
would
plan
be a
that
good way
later.
to break up.
No,
It would be most excellent way to break blockade.
I will put the rammies on it. Like, whoa, yeah. It'd be great! But I have an idea. So, I'm going to buy myself a fighter. I'm going to do it. A little like fighter ship. Yeah, fighter ship. You know, little ship, bigger, not as big as ours.
Oh, fight the ship, right?
Yeah,
I thought maybe like prize
yeah.
fighter, you know, with the boxing and stuff.
No. We just get Pim in for that.
Pim-
like bot
Pim-
fights.
Wait. Pim v Lochy, ding ding.
Oh, we could take bets. It'd be great. Let's do it. We have to tell them. It'd be fantastic. No, I think Pim would win. No, maybe not. I think Lochy would win. He would just break Pim. No,
Who
I don't
knows?
know. We'll have to take bets, da. But I'm gonna get myself a fighter jet. I have plans.
So space fighter or air fighter?
No, space fighter.
Space fighter.
Da.
Just
But
one person?
I need to find. I have some problems I have to figure out. This idea is a bit full. No, wait. Like Swiss cheese has holes.
Has holes?
Da.
Good. No, wait, not good.
I also need to
Problems
figure
for
out how
future.
to acquire or maybe program. I'm not good at programming. Maybe I'll steal Darius. I'll make Darius do it. I'll say, sit down, Darius, and program me a VI. No, wait. Dimitri. No. Hi, Dimitri. How are you doing?
I think I'm a little bit better off than you.
Maybe we should go back to ship.
Perhaps.
Duh.
I think this would be a good idea.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to get me a fighter, and I'm going to make a VI, and I'm going to do it. It's going to go in the ship, and it's going to fly it for me.
What's going to go in the ship?
The VI.
Oh, the VI is going to go in the fighter ship and fly it. Okay.
So he can fly the ship, and is no pilot needed. It will be fantastic.
It's like oversized fighter drone.
Yeah, but can do more. I have plans. I have ideas. There is an idea. I need to figure it out. It's only little idea. I have big idea that's at least much.
So you have like 10% or maybe 5% of big idea done.
About 12%.
No.
12%.
12% of an idea.
I need to. It's going to be expensive, Darius. I may need to borrow some money. Can I borrow some of your credit?
My credit?
No. She's talking to me.
Sorry, Termini.
She just can't remember what my name is.
Darius just walks by.
We come from the same planet, and she cannot remember that my name is Dimitri. But you can borrow some of my credits.
D is all the same.
Not all D is the same.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Hey, wait,
Let's just
how
go
would
back
you
to
know,
ship.
Mr. Priest?
Come on. What?
What?
How do I know what D is different?
Are you a sexy priest?
You know our religion. We're happy to spread love to everybody at any time.
Hey, the priest likes the D! Imagine we're having this conversation as we're heading back towards the ship.
Yeah. I'm just yelling at the priest loves. This is the best train wreck of a conversation. Okay. You guys are doing your loud, drunken rambling.
Hey, DM, you know what shepherd train is, yes? And what you do with it? You shunt it back and forth. It is good.
Okay. I don't understand.
Maybe one day. You'll get there.
Okay. Pim, after you, as you kind of went to the ship via Dr. Charles, you saw that Lucia had made some of her own purchases. She's picked up her own combat field uniform as well, just not a custom one because there wasn't time, and also some equipments and weapons, and is accompanying you back onto the ship. Darius, you were the man who kind of set this plan into motion. Well, what was your intention to figure out if it was successful? Oh, actually, hang on. It's been an amount of time. I feel like if you're still hanging out at the front of the auction hall, you see lot 2624 come up.
Yep.
And you're kind of like craning your ear near the entrance and hear the guy do this whole kind of spiel like, yes, look, it's the spectacular, top of the line tracer rounds, great, perfect for you, Sean Thymoites. You should buy them now. And when he's finished his spiel, nobody bids. Just nobody. It's quiet. He says, I say again, these wonderful tracer rounds are very impressive. Like, high fatality rate shall ensue if you fire these at your opponents. They will tear through armor like that paper. It's amazing. You should do it now. And silence. No one's talking.
I've always got a mind to buy them now.
No one's projecting anything on their holograms. It's just quiet.
No hecklers.
I'm very tempted to buy him.
Do it.
Don't
get it noticed as you, because we were the one telling people it was fake. So if they see us bidding, they'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. This is the problem. This is why I want to, but I can't.
Well, would Lochy appreciate how regionally specific this equipment is? Because it's tracer rounds engineered specifically to work with the Thymoites atmosphere, which is itself it's inert. So they have to figure out the chemicals in the Thymoites atmosphere and which ones could support combustion enough to make tracer rounds work. and then manufacture them in bulk.
Well,
They
we're
wouldn't be used.
possibly going down to that planet, aren't we?
No.
Not currently planned. No.
Okay, no.
No,
No use to that.
Okay. Has anybody else got any other things they wish to do on the station? I mean, I feel like, Darius, you may want to go and talk
Yeah,
to your
I'll
friends.
head back.
Yeah.
Catalina will probably make a random purchase from a random shop on the way home.
Okay. What do you pick up?
Dunno,
A
it's
bucket
random,
of
you tell
fairy
me.
floss.
Okay, if you're just like staggering around, walking
She's not
down.
that drunk. She's happy enough that she's just carefree.
You don't just purchase random shit unless you're shit-faced.
I mean, maybe
Hold
she
on.
does.
Random item generator.
Is there a random item generator online?
I don't know.
Yes. Ready?
Probably.
It's got the
Yeah.
random list of things.
Do it.
Click here to customize results. You
What?
get a magnet.
Yes! She buys a magnet!
Just what I've always wanted.
Okay. You buy a magnet, but it's one of those really funny stereotypical magnets that's like the curved U shape and is mostly red. I feel like you just pass by, pick it up, and go,
Funnily enough, that's the image that came up.
"Oh, perfect." Classic stereotypical magnet, just because it looked cool.
Is there a store here that sells alcohol? Preferably whiskey.
Yes. This
Preferably right
this
now.
is a Russian planet, so it might be more heavily angled towards vodka. But this is also a way station that services travelers. So I think there's a bit of most things.
Okay, I buy a couple of decent bottles of whiskey.
Sure thing. Subtract like 200 credits for like some decent bottles. Okay. Darius, you make your way back over to the stall, the
Yep.
freighter stall. As you pass by the front, there is like the person who is manning it just kind of goes and picks up a box from behind the counter, puts it on the counter, and then turns and walks into the back room.
Okay, I'll go and grab the box.
Okay, the box. You've probably seen this before. It's like an honesty box of sorts, where if you use your compad and just wave it over, it'll take money from your account, and then the box will open.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Okay, you walk over to it and give it a swipe. Hang on a second. Let's just check the
How
cost.
much am I going to lose for that?
I'm about to check.
Do I know what it is yet, or am I just
Nope.
buying?
You don't know what
like
it is.
shit?
You have no idea what this is.
Sick.
Opens it up.
How
It's
much?
coffee.
How much money do you have on your account?
20,000 credits.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Yep, I feel like 7,500 credits is subtracted from you. You the box gets popped open, and inside you see a data phase tap and 3 line shunts.
Oh, sick. Good stuff. I smile, stick them in my coat, and then start heading to the airlocks.
Okay. It seems like, unless anybody else has any things to do, you guys have concluded your business on Thymoites Waystation B. And with that, I think we will go for a break because I kind of have to pee, and it's around the right time for the break since we pushed back the start time.
Yes.
Okay. We will go for a break. We'll aim for about 10-15 minutes, ideally. We will be going a bit later than usual, if everybody's okay with that, just because we started a bit later. And it sounded like most people could handle going to 10:30. Are there any objections?
No, it's all good.
No, not really.
Okay, spectacular. We will aim for a 10:30 end. And yeah, we'll be back in a bit. So bye.
Right.
Bye.
Hello, we are back to play some more games. The crew have made it back to the ship after spreading some salacious rumors all about the dodginess of the auction house on Thymoites Waystation B, and you guys are able to cast off if so you choose. So at the very least, you are all on board the ship. What would you like to do?
Catalina's drunk, yes, like very drunk.
She's not very drunk.
She's pretty drunk.
Beyond tipsy, but not drunk.
She might be very drunk by now.
Alright,
Well,
first thing I'm gonna
okay.
do.
The first thing she does is go to the kitchen and start
and
looking
gets more
for
drunk.
snacks and more alcohol, I guess. Yeah, sure.
I rolled worse.
Considering I got to the ship a lot earlier than the others, would it be safe to say that I've already kind of plugged myself into the supercomputer?
If you want to, absolutely.
I still continue to fail my save. Oh dear.
So did I.
Oofa doof, you guys.
I love flying ship when I'm drunk. It is great fun. All the colors, it's like, ooh, look at that.
No, Dimitri, no flying.
I'm not sure I should let you.
No flying when you've been drinking. You know what they say. You drink, you drive, you dumb idiot.
Catalina, would you like me to set up your room and close the door so you can send another message to your family?
No! Wait, what are you talking about? I don't send family messages. Family can't get messages. Pim, that's so silly. Shh. Why are you setting up my room again?
Hang on, I'm just gonna.
I have so many questions, but for now, I will wait until you are more, well, pliable.
Okay. Hey, Dimitri, you want another drink?
Sure. If I'm not flying ship, I can drink more. It is good.
Okay, but only if we find candy. We need candy to go in our drinks.
Candy?
Who
what are you
is
thinking,
going
like,
to...
those chewy little rubbery, like, bear things?
Yeah, they would be good. Or we can get the little hard ones and then let them in go plop, and they will just that'd be good. Tastes like cordial.
Sure, let us do this. Pim!
Also, Pim, it's rude for you to bring up my mama and my papa. You leave them out of this. Okay, let's go get drink.
I do not understand in the slightest.
Here is all you need to know, Pim. You are flying the ship.
At this point, I think I would probably pull out my bioscanner just to like double check both of their inebriation.
I have had plenty of liquid before.
I'm pretty sure that 1,000 years in the future, you can get their blood alcohol level from like from a distance away with the bioscanner.
Yeah.
So it's just like over the limit. Over the limit.
There is no limit.
Basically, it's more like it goes to Katarina. How are they not comatose?
Because we are from Harbona and they make us tough.
Everyone is aboard. I will, suppose, fly the ship.
How
Is
cold
that
should we
okay
start
with
drinking
everyone?
at 6? Isn't that right, Catalina?
At 6 in the morning.
I meant at age 6, not 6. Well, at age 6, at 6 in the morning. It is grand ceremony.
So with all of the loud rowdiness coming from the kitchen area, Maximilian Napier, your passenger, is gonna come upstairs and say, "Yes, hello. Is there any problem? I heard some shouting from below decks."
It is all fine.
You
is
are
no
a
problem.
Catalina, please.
You want a problem? Here, have this. And she'll just hand him a cup.
All right. What's in it?
It's great. Tastes like sugar in a can.
No.
I mean cup.
For the safety of our passenger, I believe it might be best for him not to drink that.
What flavor for?
It is not poison. He will mind drinking some of it.
I have some
Technically,
I have some more work to do this evening. I'd rather do it with a clear head, please. So he just hands it back.
Okay, we're scientists, dude. And she just drinks it.
How do you spell this dude?
I apologize for her behavior. May you please return to your part of the ship?
Yes, I think I'd better hand. At least nothing's damaged or on fire. So thank you for
What's
that.
that? Set things on fire. Excellent idea. I love it.
Oh! Next planet we go to, we need to set off fire.
I reckon I could probably set my breath on fire at this stage.
Oh, I have matches in the workshop. You want to go down there? Let's go down to the workshop.
He just backs away. goes back to the passenger dorms.
And
I'm going to power up the ship now.
Probably a good idea.
On a quick note, is there a way that I could chemically make them sober?
You have a way of making a bezoar, which is a kind of stim that I think it purges poison from your system.
So yeah.
How much would that cost me again?
Bezoar costs you. It would cost you 400 credits worth of components. So
I only have 1,000 credits worth, and I don't really want to waste them all.
Spendy to make your traveling companions more tolerable.
Lochy, can you do me a favor and
quickly, like,
pilot seat?
Order more medical components to be delivered to the ship?
From here, probably not.
No.
It's just a way station. It wouldn't have things like that.
Catalina and Dimitri are gonna head down to the workshop. Like, she's gonna lead him down, and then by the time they get there, she's actually gonna start getting pretty like. Once it's just the two of them and no one else is around, you're gonna get a bit like blubbery, I suppose.
Oh.
Lachlan, I am aware that you are not a pilot, but can you please sit in the pilot seat?
Why?
Well, we are leaving the way station. It would be best if they did not spot it leaving by itself. On top of that, it might be a good idea to have a fresh pair of biological eyes inside the cockpit. And out of everyone, I believe you are the most dexterous in sight.
Fair enough. All right. Let's get this show on the road.
Very well. Powering up primary engines.
Okay.
I wins for once.
Ooh.
Holy crap.
20 on the physical dex save. You're beginning to clear up as you feel the ship kind of lurch and splutter into life and pull away from the dock.
It is either that or fall over.
Yep. You have
dampeners that do not come on when we are docking and undocking.
You have done your business. You have made many purchases. Sure, you've caused some trouble, but can they prove it? Not in time. You guys begin to...
It's a lie. We do not cause trouble. We end it.
To pull away from the way station. And we are going to be jumping back into ship travel mode. Now, what was the day that you guys arrived here? Because you've been here for like an hour. Oh, yeah, here we are.
Does not feel like an hour.
Yeah. Or about like an hour, 2 hours.
I feel like we would have been there more than a couple of hours. Like, just sort of loitering around, pondering, taking our time doing stuff.
Getting captured, not getting captured.
I feel like it would have been at least 3 or 4.
That's fair enough. Okay, so
For
Catalina
and I to get this drunk, we would have been drinking for more than an hour.
That's also true.
Depends on how
good
quickly
point.
you were drinking.
Huh?
It depends on how quickly you were drinking.
Doesn't
And
matter how
whether
quickly
you were
we drink.
drinking something that had the consistency and viscosity of battery acid.
No, it is not that nasty. It's like, it has good flavor.
So Thymoites, it is being left on the 17th of May. It will take you 2 days to get to the edge of the solar system, and then I'm going to need whoever is actively flying the ship or wants to plug in coordinates for navigation to make the navigation roll.
It would be Dimitri by that point. We wouldn't be drunk for 3 days.
I was gonna say, let us see Pim do it.
Very important navigation roll.
You
AI
wish for
can't-
me to fly the ship?
AIs can't fail, yeah?
Dimitri, don't be silly.
All right, fine. I rolled the bloody.
We need you to
I'll
fly the
I'll
ship.
fly the ship.
Pim
Pim can help us per usual if he wishes.
Yes, he can. Okay, so Pim roll. Pim's navigation roll is good, which means you get a +1 to yours.
Aha.
You crush it. God damn.
New supercomputer is good.
That's a lot of +1. Okay, you plug in the course and are able to successfully make the jump from hex 405 to hex 505 and spend 6 days doing it.
Yay.
So hex 505, it is the 25th
We
of
really need
May.
to upgrade this drive. It is so slow.
Yeah, it takes you a while.
If we had many monies, we could get some pretty cool stuff. But
Well, there are many banks in this solar system, this star system.
oh, how many loans do you want to make and then be in debt
No, I was
forever?
thinking like just steal it. Like, if they can't help Harbona, like why should I help them?
Dimitri, that is the dumbest idea you've had in a while. It's good
Okay,
for a laugh. Smack on the back.
If you
Smack
could
on the back
please,
of the head, yeah.
if you can make me another navigation roll, please, to jump from hex 505 to hex 605.
I can.
Wait, no, it's hex. Yeah, it's 605. Yes.
Unassisted.
Look at you go!
5 double sixes.
Damn, you are good. Hex 605. Oh, that's 6 more days. 30 days have September, April, June. Yep, so 31st of May is your arrival time. So you guys are arriving in Hex 605. This has one populated planet, which is called Susukitra. This planet is the home planet of Ash's friend Tasi. And as some of you may have seen, it has recently been in the midst of an uneasy peace after several years of religious conflicts. So,
How long have we been in transit traveling?
In transit, it's been 14 days.
Would that be enough time to finish my pet project?
Close to it, but not quite.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have a quick check. I don't think any of you sent any more mail.
Catalina did.
Did she?
To her
Oh yes.
friend, yeah. To Fran.
Yeah, to Fran.
Fran, fine.
Indeed. Fran, yes. I may have dropped the ball a bit in terms of my notes.
She would have sent her a message. I remember. Oh, what was it? Asking. So yeah, she was responding to what she'd said last time, which was, hey, how you doing? Catching up with her.
Yeah.
Trying to remember the message that I got from her, so I can remember what I said and back.
She was very excited to have made contact with you. Was pleased to have a pen pal. She spoke about her life. It was lots of inane nonsense.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And when she went to mention a thing about the war effort, it was heavily censored.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, when I message her back, it would be because I didn't actually get a chance to. We didn't end up figuring out what.
Yeah.
Was blank.
Well, actually, hang on, yes. You think about that. I've realised if we are jumping into the whole receiving mail thing, we are effectively skipping over the 14 days of travel time, which I feel like some of you may want to do things in.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I will.
What are people? So, in the interim in this travel time, are people working on anything in particular?
You know what I'm working on.
I do, yes. There's.
I've
Yep. That's okay. It's just I feel like at all hours of the day and night, there's banging and clanging coming from the workshop.
But by that point, I've probably got my now data slab and holopad on the dining table.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly got like a bottle with a glass next to me of the whiskey, and the whole time I'm just got like holographic displays of the human brain with red areas that I'm like trying to figure out how to fix.
Yes. I believe last time in the effort you put in, you realized that you may be able to do this, but an important step you need was computational modeling that would need to be done on the supercomputer. So I'd say a good chunk of this time is you actually preparing the models and then probably just waiting for them to be run.
Yeah. But I've got the hollow projection now, so I can actually track it while it's doing the modeling.
Indeed. That would be really
Like
interesting.
Iron Man.
Yeah, it would be like Iron Man, where it's the whole run scenario 26 gamma, and it tries a thing and it goes, fail. Run scenario 27 gamma, tries the thing, fail. It's just you watching it go by.
Yeah.
Nice. Anybody else have any things that they wish to do?
Catalina's drawing up some plans.
I'm sure. And we have discussed these plans. Would anybody who was walking by or expressing curiosity in your work get much information from you about what you're doing?
I'd probably just go into this whole spiel of medical mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, I don't think
unless you're a doctor, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Lochy wouldn't even attempt to understand.
With Catalina, the only people that she would tell stuff to is if she thinks that they could assist her, but she wouldn't tell them the whole thing. She would just be like, "Could you do this for me? Is this
Fair
something
enough.
you could do?" So, like, probably Darius she'd ask a favor of. Maybe Pim as well.
Yeah.
If they
Fair
wanted
enough.
to come across her in her workshop or in her working space.
Well,
Say her workshop.
It's
The
our
workshop.
workshop, bitch.
well, if you're doing this designing in the workshop, you're sharing a lot of the same space with Pim.
Yeah,
So
I would be. But
you need to be
just,
around each other a lot.
she's just got a table with paper, and she's just, well, maybe not even paper, but she's just doing designs. She's not actually like building anything at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, and so Pim, if you're around, you'd probably see it looks like Catalina is designing some kind of autonomous fighter, like a fighter spaceship.
Okay.
Indeed. Lochy,
Yes.
I feel like one day when you are making your way into the ship's hold to do your daily exercises, you are confronted by Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
She has taken she seems to have two completely disassembled mag rifles in front of her, just on top of an empty crate, and just says, "You, me, race."
Very well. See how good I have. It's been a while.
Yep, she squares up next to you, has a compad out, and goes, "Okay, 3, 2, 1." And then presses like start on a timer on her compad, and then starts immediately like piecing together the mag rifle in front of her.
Mm-hmm. Obviously not the same.
Of course. So I would call that tech post tech with dexterity, because it's you like physically using these motions efficiently.
Wouldn't I be able to make an argument that it's projectile weapons?
You know what? It's a good point. It can indeed be projectile weapons. Thank you for reminding me.
So, roll with what stats, sorry?
Roll with projectile weapons with dexterity, as though you were firing the gun,
Yes.
but you're trying to assemble it quickly.
Ooh, poor roll.
Youch. Well, I haven't actually given her a stat block in this, so I'll apply my mind modifiers. Ooh, wait, no, that's just 1d6. My bad.
Okay.
Okay. She has, I believe, she has a +2 to this roll, so she is able to assemble it just a bit quicker than you. Like as you are sliding in the final pieces and tightening it, you feel the end of the barrel of her gun against your head, and she just says, "Boom."
We make love now?
Well played. I'll have to be quicker next time.
Mm-hmm. She like for future training days going forwards, she tries to include that kind of practice and training as part of your daily regimen. I feel like you guys are synchronizing more and more in that regard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other things to do, comrades?
Nope.
Okay. Catalina, you would probably get more probing questions from Maximilian Napier about the Zaza. If anytime he thinks of any random nonsensical thought, like how dense is their leavings, just like ridiculous things that
They
wouldn't
shit
even
dirt.
occur.
What more
Yeah.
do you need to know?
Yes, but I need to know the density. My God, the density. It's very relevant for my research. Tell me.
It's moist and thick and the most fertile dirt you could think of, except that nothing grows there. It's microbial, you know, like teeny tiny.
See, excellent. Very relevant to my work.
But they eat it. It goes in one end, comes out the other, like dirt in, dirt out, but is like they eat the insect, the bug, the things that are in it, nutrients, they steal it, you know, goes through the system and out it comes the other end, then the dirt, you know, is like cycle.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I will find you again for more questions. And then he walks off. Right. You get like at least a dozen conversations like that during the course of your trip.
And she's like, I never knew that my knowledge of weird insects would be so exciting to someone.
Okay, and after all that, you guys arrive in Sukitra.
Next is to Argelia.
Yes, but you guys are now in a populated sector again, so it is time for the info dump. It's a bit too early for a faction turn, so no fresh news reports for you guys. I think Catalina, you would get another message from your dear friend. It is likely along the similar vein of just, oh my God, I bought this hijab. I look so good in it. How about you? Have you been doing some shopping in your travels? Please show me some of the clothes you picked up. Things like that.
Yep, and she's just like, shit, I'm gonna have to go clothes shopping now.
Just show her that pretty, what is it? That new set of overalls you got.
My work overalls. She's not going to care.
Yeah. She might make it pretty. Put pink on it or something. I don't know.
It's okay. I will buy new scarf when we go to a new planet. I'll put it on with the. Oh, it's so painful. Why do I do this to myself, Dimitri? Why?
Expectation?
I don't know. I think there is a small part of me that hopes
Wants
that
to be girly?
no, hopes that information will pass between, but I know that no matter how many times we talk, it will be redacted.
Redacted is fine, but you need to perhaps use words that your family would understand that the other people would not.
Oh no, this is not family.
Like, did you have
This is just my
when
roommate. She's, insufferable, and I spent many years with her in the same room.
and you did not, develop like secret language just for the two of you in that time?
No, she is very Yakutan.
What about
She does not see the
references
world for what it
references
is.
to events that the two of you share that no one else would know?
It would be of no use. She is very, how you say, under the thumb.
Oppressed.
Duh. She does not even see it. She just doesn't know any different.
Yeah, it sounds like all of you could do.
She's not bad person, and you know what? I do kind of like her. She just is very challenging to be around. She's not my kind of personality, you know? She could not understand when I stay up at 2 in the morning doing, like, tinkering things. Or
To the person who used the northeast part of the ship's lavatory, please flush next time. Thank you.
Okay, as you guys are...
Okay. Why were you even in there?
He's in the ship.
He's in the shit. What is he doing in the shit?
Ship.
Oh, shipper. Oh, I see. Spying on everybody when they're in the toilet. I see.
Pim, there is such thing as privacy, you know.
If I wish to shit on Paul, then I shit on Paul.
Please don't shit on Paul.
Well, this is interesting.
Indeed. Right. So, as you guys are having this conversation, Lochy, you have received another message from Tasi.
Uh-oh.
If you press play on it, it is a video message. However, the person who is actually speaking to you is not Tasi.
Oh.
The person who is speaking to you is a person you may recall. His name is Rigby Jones.
Oh, fuck this prick.
He's like, dude, how's it going? It's been so long. Oh my god! And just as a mental image, this guy looks very much like surfer dude Chad.
Yeah.
He's got like wavy blonde hair. He's wearing a single polo shirt, but fashion has evolved so that a single polo shirt contains 3 collars, all of which are popped. because this guy's Rigby Jones, dude. He says, "Lochy, my dude, it's been too long. Oh my god, you would not believe the things we got up to. I kept saying to myself, if only Lochy was here, we would have kicked some ass. Right, now down to business. Your friend Tasi, she's in trouble, my dude. She's in the hospital. Bad things are going on. She's calling for you, dude. You gotta get your ass over here pronto, all right? All right. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon, my dude. All right, peace." And then he hangs up.
I feel like Lochy would have been like hovering over the delete button at first. It's like, oh, I can't even listen to this. And then the minute he mentions Tasi, that's a problem. Because I believe we're still a distance out from where the last communication from her was from.
Yes. So essentially, you are in Sukitra. If you jump down 1, you would be in the sector in the solar system she told you not to go to.
Yes.
If you jump over here, that's where the job is that you're being paid to do. So,
if you wish to go to both, we need more fuel.
We can do
so far, Locky's the only one who's known about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
this is too important to Lochy to just, not say something. So
Quiet.
he would approach the crew.
Okay. So you guys are all just checking various news feeds and things as you arrive in the sector. There's a lot of information that seems to be targeted specifically towards religious pilgrims, saying you will be peaceful on this planet. It is going to be fine. You can do all of your worship and whatever you want on this planet, but you will do so peacefully or else. That's the subtext that you're getting from a lot of these news reports and messages.
Yeah.
Pity my religion is not violent and beats people up because, that's my religion, man.
Mm-hmm. Have a quick check here. See who active. But yes, Lochy, if you make your way into the general meeting area, you can have a conversation.
I feel like he would it would probably be one of the few times where he kind of just looks
Lost?
Yeah, a little bit. Like he's not really sure how to approach the situation.
It's a challenging one.
Yeah.
Did you want to change the map over, Rory?
Yes, to the ship, of course.
Hey guys, I got a favor to ask.
Duh.
And it's gonna go a bit out of the way. But I got a friend who's not doing so well right now, and I'd like to go check in, see what's going on.
Okay.
We're nearby. We've just got to do one jump down, and I'll cover the cost of fuel and everything, and I'll pay for everything. It's no good, but I'd like it if we could delay the job a little bit because it's kind of urgent.
Okay, we will tell Sun to give us some fuel, and you will pay the Sun somehow for it.
You can go to
We can scoop the sun.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, Lochy, we get the fuel from the Suns. Like, it doesn't cost us anything.
Yeah, but food and
it's fine,
everything.
Friend. Ship.
Where
How
exactly
mate
do you wish for us to go?
I actually can't remember the name of the planet. I did write it down.
It is called Coundriotis.
Yes, that's it, Coundriotis. Yeah, Coundriotis.
How quickly?
All right, I mean, if you are.
Did I not promise to help you with this?
You did, but I didn't know if it was going to be so sudden. I thought we might have time to finish the mission in time.
All right. As you say that, you can visibly hear the ship changing course.
To scoop the sun.
No, we can jump one more.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to pretty much ignore any objection that Lochy's making and just start asking relevant but irrelevant questions like, all right, what's the atmosphere like? I've got to protect the drone.
I got to admit, I don't know much about the planet.
It is breathable. You can find
Um,
all this information out very easily.
Yeah, by going over to our Twitch.
Twitch bot, yeah, like
Spell it
it's KOUND. You know what? Just type in 0507. It's that hex.
I don't have Twitch.
That's fine. So, Coundriotis, the temperature is temperate. The biosphere is not compatible with human life. There's about 1 billion people plus who live on this planet. Actually, this is a place that you have been before, Dr. Barker. This is where you did some of your work away from home.
Is this the place with the Meltech on it?
Yeah.
What? Do we really need to go there?
We kind of have to, yeah.
Barker,
I'm sorry, but I promised.
Lochy's friend is in trouble. He say it's emergency. Would you not
Look,
expect
I don't
us
mind
to
if
do
you
the
guys
same
want to
for
go on
you?
your own way, but I'm going.
That is not how this works.
No, Lochy, we are going.
We just be aware you need to be very careful on that planet.
Alright, tell us what you know so we can all make informed decisions then. Is that not fair?
That's fair, except I don't really know anything other than.
Not you, Baka.
I
He's the
live
one
there.
who's been there before.
What?
It is where I had my clinic before Meltech robots came and destroyed everything.
I see. So it's possibly dangerous for Pim and Dimitri? No, Darius? Sorry.
It's dangerous for anyone that lives there.
Why would it be more dangerous for me, if anything less?
You
I
think
can
so?
manipulate robots as good as anyone else.
Fair enough.
Hang on, wait. What is dangerous? Is it the culture? Is it the police? Is it the air? What is it? Like, what part is dangerous the most?
The fact that robots consisting of nanobots come and try and destroy human settlements on the planet.
Is there not a billion people on this planet? Or are they
Yes.
now just goop?
No. But the robots are consistently getting more and more, pushing further and further out from the center of the
Okay, so there's like war on this planet.
to a
Like-
degree, yes.
The majority of planets?
This
Yes,
seems
but
like a perfect
War
time
between
to
humans
use
is
the.
different.
No, this is like a war between humans and technology of some kind.
We've already been through one of those. We can do another fine. And I'm just gonna be like loading my drone up with void rifle at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Lachlan
he says,
Cooper.
Like, nanotech. That is annoying because you can't see it.
Please head to the workshop.
Alright. I'll head on down.
All right, so this is the fun bit for me.
Yeah, go for it, man.
As you enter the workshop,
Mhm.
you hear Pim go, "One moment. Just running the final testing simulations. Simulations seem good. Very well. I will now open the cabinet." You see a cabinet of where he's been producing his armatures just slide open.
Mhm.
Inside is a specialized assault suit with a backpack that is an armature core for Pim. And there's also a mounted gun on the left shoulder and a auto targeting visor.
Just be looking over it like, now what is this sweet little beauty you got here?
Is a AI to human compatibility assault suit that I have nicknamed Better Than the Drone.
I assume I would have walked out as well because I would have been kind of.
The BTTD.
I'm just hear that and I'm like, it's not that bad. I mean, it only cost me what, half my brain cells?
True, I will allow Lochy to pick a new name, but I can be installed inside the backpack.
Ooh, now that is interesting. So
I
that
can
means I got
also
you as a little
use
sidekick
the
if I run around
mounted
in that thing?
weapon. Essentially, I can use my targeting system to help you.
Interesting. Now, did you say that was an assault suit or a power armor?
Assault suit.
Ooh.
It is outfitted to withstand spatial atmosphere as well as zero gravity.
Can we give it a try?
By all means. The backpack is detachable and reattachable, but I have not detached it yet. One moment, I am transmitting my core down through the ship. All right, so about like 5 minutes passes and it plugs into the back of this backpack that he's fixed into the assault suit, and then the Tron. There's little white lines traveling the outside of the arms, the backpack lights up. The gun, the mag pistol, modified mag pistol gun sprouts out like a shoulder cannon from Predator, and just kind of a few places and then comes back down. The visor flicks down and visible sequences go across the front. I believe it is operational. It is ready to be worn.
Alright. I'll get on inside.
Okay. It opens up very much in an Iron Man-esque, where the front kind of like the headpiece slides back, the chest piece splits in two, and other avenues for entry become available for the rest of your limbs, and you can just like step inside, and it just snaps shut around you. And then the HUD begins to light up. You can see the room you were in. Just there's like tactical overlays and everything you'd expect from a cool FPS like Master Chief just appears in front of you. Like,
I would like you to focus on members of the crew.
Alright.
If you look at them, I will highlight lethal areas of which you can shoot. They should come up on your heads-up display now.
Well, seeing as Darius seems to be the only one in the room currently, we'll look over at Darius.
All right, so across a square appears in front of his head, next to his neck, down at his heart, and near his femoral arteries on either thigh. Tell me, does the heads-up display work?
Yeah, it looks all good. Looks all good.
Very well.
terrifying.
It is inbuilt with at least 4 hours worth of fresh oxygen should you need to.
Breathe? Yes, good.
Breathing is useful. Yes, I'm glad you kept that in here.
I almost forgot.
Him, I gotta say, I'm impressed. This is something else.
I have not modified the power armor yet, but this will have to do.
It's pretty fantastic, I gotta say. And it will be
Very well.
a welcome accessory if we get into a pinch down there.
I do agree. The backpack can be detached and attached to my Voyager or Nemesis armature. It will need to be installed on planet, or I can accompany you from the beginning without the armature.
I reckon we keep it on board. I mean, always good to have you on board.
Very well. All right, so you're going to take this out for a walk around the ship, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
I'm not
so
gonna lie, he would probably spend most of the rest of the day in it, like
Mhm.
playing around with it.
Just rock up in front of the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
Well, Catalina would have an idea of it because she's been in the workshop with you quite frequently.
but seeing it be piloted with Lochy's classic swagger.
Oh no, she'd be impressed. Like, she'd be like, oh wow, this is amazing, Bim. This is great. I'm glad it works.
Yes, it was a lot of trial and error.
But you did good.
I will say this handles much better than the old Lotus suit that I was trying out on the old ship.
Yeah, that
Yes.
it was pretty gross.
It's so fluid. You know what? Let's play a game of basketball.
But I cannot fight you this time.
It's alright.
Oh,
I think
I
we've
see.
got other competition.
Very well. I will access the auto-targeting to allow you to throw the basketball into the hoop.
Ah, yeah, cheat mode. Like, actual force and trajectory and everything.
All right, just if you play basketball, just know that a secondary exoskeleton is put into the suit, so Pim actually helps guide your movement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cheat mode.
It's kind of terrifying, but mechanically speaking, this combination basically gives you a +1 to your dexterity modifier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that is actually incredible.
Mm-hmm. It is pretty silly, but it is at the cost of having Mikhail be active as his own player.
It's alright. He's got a little shoulder gun to shoot people with.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go pew
Going where
pew.
I go.
Oh, I also installed this. Is there a target that I can shoot without damaging the ship?
There's probably like targets set up around.
We'd have
All
a
right.
shooting range, like a little mini shooting
Right.
range.
The little gun comes up, makes aim at a general area, and shoots. And as it does, it adds the voice modulator. If you wish, I can turn that off.
Jeez, you guys.
No, that's pretty cool.
Good
Very
heavens.
well. I suppose Dimitri is currently piloting us to the ship Condoriotis.
Well,
I suppose he is.
I've actually piloted already, but I was just waiting for everyone else to catch up.
Indeed.
Okay.
He has already made his roll.
Mhm.
I'm just checking on my relative stats. Oh, it's one of these planets. Okay. Okay. Good to know. I forgot about these guys. All right. Okay. I appreciate you guys just taking the time to vamp there because you are changing a trajectory, and I took the time to read up on where you're going. So thank you. Okay, so if you're not stopping to collect fuel, and I'm going to carry on with your last tank's worth to make the final jump, you guys can make that jump immediately. And since it is on the handy dandy charted course already, then your roll is more than enough. So it takes you another 6 days in drive space, and you guys arrive in Hex 507, Condriotis.
We will have to inform Maximilian.
It's okay.
Yes, you will.
We'll just tell him we take the safest route, which is along the common traveled spaceway.
Okay,
How do you explain the stop?
Is pit stop to get fuel. Duh.
Have you decided on a name for the suit yet?
No, I'll have to think about that one. I'm sure some inspiration will come to me.
Lovely. So, on the 6th of May, you arrive in Hex 507, and you make it to Condoriotis, or near enough to it, on the 8th of May. As you guys are getting closer, though, you do begin to notice some problems. It seems there's a decent amount of ship activity just in general around the solar system, and a lot of them are not transmitting their their ship ID or transponder, which is basically shorthand for saying we are not here for legal things.
Okay, are we going to dock? Do we need to go to the planet, or is it on the space station, or what?
Well, you guys are out of fuel for jumping anywhere else, and just as you get closer and closer, there's more of these kind of ragtag ships that seem to be, from what you can tell, approaching other travelers and basically like docking with them for some time, and then allowing them on their way. And after proceeding towards the planet for about a day, so it's on the 7th, you guys get a hail from a nearby ship as well.
Hello? Duh, how can I help you? This is
Yes.
the Gloved Molotov.
Yes, hello. How do you guys sound Greek?
It's okay. We make that.
Can anyone because these people are Greek? I never considered how to sound Greek.
Say it with me. Say it with me.
Okay.
Rob.
Bub.
Rob.
Rub.
Yeah, pretty much. Now just keep
What?
that sort of whip.
Rub. Okay, I am going to kill you. No. Yes. Yes.
He's Russian.
No.
That's not what
I'm
he
just saying
wants.
some words.
I feel like as this conversation would be happening, Lochy's already getting into the assault suit.
No, he doesn't say I'm going to kill you.
No, I know, but like the whole time they're
Better
talking,
not.
he's going,
I have
Yeah.
like plasma beam that would say otherwise.
So this hail that you're getting from a ship, you aren't sure which ship it's from, but basically the guy says, "Hello,
Hello?
welcome to Count Darius. We are going to board you now, okay?
No.
Yes,
Why? What are you boarding me for?
for security.
Okay, so you will leave all your guns at the door, yes?
I did not say that.
Well, then if you bring armed men on board my ship, I kill them.
Why would you do that? We are here for
security.
we are here for security.
Yes, so security on my ship is that if you are armed on my ship, I kill you.
We are going to board you now. Please don't resist. And you see, like, the com channel gets cut. And
Okay.
Do I?
Hello,
Like-
ship. Hello, people
we're
on
not-
ship. Apparently, we are going to get boarded.
Would you like me to power up the plasma beam?
Please.
No, I think it would
Very
be more entertaining to let them board us and
Oh,
just
yeah.
have the nemesis greet them, and me with my big gun, and
And Lochy with his other big gun.
I was going to say if Pim's going into the Nemesis, then I'm going to jump into my power armor and pull out the suit. Yes.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get
he's
into
pulling
my
out.
nemesis and arm my rocket launcher.
No.
Okay. Look, this is the conversation
Okay.
I just had with some random ship out there in space. Is that they said they're going to board us, and when I said, "Well, okay, if you leave all your guns at the door, that is fine," and they said, "Oh no, but we are like boarding for security purposes," and I said, security on board my ship means if you come with gun, I kill you. That
Fair.
seems fair, yes.
That seems very fair from my perspective, considering
Okay.
I'm holding the rocket launcher.
Okay. Prepare to
Okay.
be boarded.
All right. So after an amount of time that I assume is sufficient for you guys to all armor yourselves. So, Lochy, are you getting into the assault suit that you bought, or the one that Pim modified?
I bought a
He's
power
getting into the
armor,
power
actually.
armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you get into the power armor, then while you guys are all like donning up, Lucia is going to walk over to the power armor that was made for you by Pim, like press some buttons, move some
Assault
of
suit,
the assault suit, basically walk up to the interior, pull out a panel, type in her measurements, and then just like small changes begin to move on the plates, and then she just like steps into it. It snaps shut around her too, and she says, "It's good to be back."
Be big.
Okay.
A woman
So-
after my own heart.
So, assuming you don't offer any resistance, the people who are approaching you don't feel the need to use their boarding tubes, which you see that they have. And the two ships just fly closer together and begin to couple in the conventional
Make
way.
it sound so dirty.
Boom, 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 boom. I've been really trying, baby.
Hmm.
And so,
Boy.
you two are docked with each other. I will snap us back over onto the Gloved Molotov bottom deck view. And if you like, you guys can position yourselves appropriately.
The airlock is on
Um,
top, isn't
real
it?
quick.
Yes.
Seeing that I lived in this on this planet for a while,
Yeah.
do I know that something is going on here?
What is occurring isn't something that was happening when you were living here.
Okay, can I message someone that I knew while I lived here? Simply like a nurse that I would have had at my clinic, and basically go, "Hey, I'm back in system. What's going on?"
That is exactly the thing that you can do. Can you make me a culture roll? What culture skills do you have access to at the moment?
Alfdis or Spacer.
Okay, if you roll culture Spacer, this is basically you taking advantage of the culture skill to generate a person that you know on a world that makes sense. So just roll
which
culture
attribute?
Spacer. Charisma makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, not bad. I'd say you would know a nurse. She's alive and well, and probably also survived that daunting encounter that you had. Her name on this planet, which is Chinese.
I've already rolled it. It's Ying Gao.
Ying Gao. Oh, okay, cool. And is this nurse male or female?
Female.
Okay. Female nurse.
Just double checking. You guys can hear me, okay?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Cool.
Ying Gao. Okay, you can send her a quick. Is this like a call or a text message?
I'd probably call her.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to offend anybody who is watching by attempting to sound Chinese. So this is just going to be me speaking softly, because that would be so bad.
Just a little bit.
So you get a call, and she says, "Hello?
Hi, Ying. It's Charles.
Charles?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't heard from you in so long. Have you been?
Sorry, I've been off doing other things and visiting home again.
Oh, of course.
I just arrived back in system, and something weird's going on up here.
Oh dear. Oh, if you've just arrived, then you may be encountering some pirates.
Okay. There's a lot of ships up here that are pirates then, if that's the case.
Yes, it's a blockade fleet, I'm afraid. They have been hassling anybody who comes and goes, shaking them down, claiming they are here for protection money, and that if people don't cooperate, they'll be shot or something. I'm not sure, but essentially, it's a shakedown.
Right.
So they are claiming to be protecting the people who are freighting back and forth. I believe that's what I heard on the news, but are actually just robbing you.
Cool. I might come and visit you in a bit. I need to talk to you about a friend of a friend that might be in one of your hospitals.
Of course, certainly. Do be careful, though.
Yes, we might end up getting into a bit of a firefight up here. But hope to see you soon.
Okay, sounds a bit concerned that you said firefight so cavalierly. I was like, I'll...
That's not the Charles that I remember.
I hope to hear from you soon, Charles. Please be safe.
Well, do you too.
And then she hangs up.
I go and tell everyone exactly what she said.
Okay, sure thing.
The people that are about to enter the ship are pirates, and basically, if they try to shake us down, pirate will.
Oh, don't worry.
Permission to shoot on sight.
Pim, are you
Not
going
on
to
sight.
get in
Let's
your
see if we can convince them to leave the ship first, so that we're not needlessly murdering everyone.
Powering up negotiator protocol.
Firing it up.
Okay. So after you guys are in a position to dock with their ship, so yeah, if you guys can position yourselves around the door, if you are in fact going to be,
I was gonna say which door are they coming from?
they are going to be coming through the main airlock, which is up here.
I am staying on the bridge in case I need to fire the plasma beam.
Okay, so you would be elsewhere.
I'm actually here,
Okay, sure.
but this mark is my drone.
Sure, hang on. I can fix this.
I'm trying to think. It'd probably be better for me to be on the bridge with the sand thrower or the multifocal.
Wait.
You don't have either of those weapons anymore.
So they're both being replaced by the plasma beam.
Plasma beam.
Yes.
Aha.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
I will stay around the corner.
I can't control that, Rory.
Give me a sec.
Like you can hang around the bridge to manage other systems, but or assist.
You could be on medical standby, because we'd
Oh, that.
prefer you to be alive, not dead.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking.
There you go.
I'm gonna be up front in the power armor with my breach shield and Vesuvius.
Catalina's just going to be behind the 2 or 3 in suits with her big gun.
Okay. Unfortunately, you can't really use the shield and the gun at the same time because the gun requires 2 hands.
Yeah, more leaning, my kind of like leaning the shield
Someone
down.
followed!
Sorry? Yeah. Okay.
I just saw the Shazoo bear. That's all. I'm happy.
Excellent.
Alright.
Okay. So, you guys are all happy and set up and feel like you are not necessarily in danger. So, what happens when the doors slide open? I'm going to grab a few of these guys because I feel like it. These are people, yes. Excellent. People, soldiers being placed on the map. Where did that other guy go? There he is. I am drawing their airlock. And then the rest of their ship is gonna be like this big, because why not? Hope you all enjoyed my song. Okay.
Hi, kitty cat.
So, when their ship becomes docked and all of the and your relative airlocks are pressurized and prepared for entry and exit, there is the ding dong, basically. Is it okay if we come aboard your ship command that they send to yours? Ding dong.
Is it alright
You
if
know
they come
what we
forward?
really need is a way to fill the airlock with gas.
Oh, good
Or
plan.
we
We
could
will do this
merely
in the
go
future.
through them and take their ship.
I like that. Let's do it.
What? Oh.
Yes,
If we
we
take
take their
their
ship
ship,
and
we
add
have
it to our-
more.
And then we can honor the promise to Lucia. Give her ship.
Yep.
That
Very
is what I.
close,
Okay, so is anybody going to say yes? You can come aboard.
Sure. I'm sitting in pilot seat. I'm like, oh, you want to come aboard now? Sure. Feel free.
Okay, so on your end, the door slides open, and what you see is, as I've shown here, there's 4 general like decently armed looking guys standing there with guns kind of down at the side, and one very smiling looking guy who's also wearing his military fatigues. Basically, he also has on a combat field uniform, and he kind of, it seems like he's the face. He doesn't have a big gun. He just has a pistol that's holstered, and he's just smiling happily as he sees you guys. Until he sees you guys.
Smiling happily for how long?
Well, it seems like he may have done this before. He kind of has his default happy face on, and is all like, yes, let's do this. The door slides open. The smile just shatters in an instant as he sees the nemesis, the 2 people in power armor, and the combat drone just hovering.
Oh, and
waiting.
the short little girl with the, well, not short, but the tall girl in the background with the giant gun.
You're like, he just goes, I'm on fire! And now we're going to roll initiative.
I had a
Oh.
thing and everything. I was going to say something
What?
cool.
Well, he said his cool thing first, so too bad.
Okay.
It's a cool thing he's opened fire.
Select my character, roll initiative.
Affirmative. Open fire.
Okay, actually, hang on, guys. I think I need to wait. This is mostly okay. Keep on rolling.
Keep rolling.
I will adjust this later. Oh boy.
Oh, that's interesting. Even though I used Darius's role, it called it drone.
Well, that's what I called the drone.
Do you want me to
It's because you
roll?
clicked on the drone.
Yes, because you're still going to be acting.
Hmm.
It is. I can't remember.
It's up the top.
Oh, there it is.
Ow!
Yeah, we rolled the same.
Did we?
You know what I need to do? I need to get a stealth drone with a demo kit attached to it. So let them on board, we act all friendly in the bay, and then a stealth drone with a demo kit goes on board their ship. Boom.
I like that, and then it blows up their ship.
And then we're going, sorry, you were saying?
You rolled twice for initiative.
Because I didn't. I closed it. I like clicked on it, and then closed it, and it rolled anyway. So it's put me 6. It's fine.
Yeah, the drone's acting at the same time as you. You can go away. You can go away. You can go away. You can go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's everybody. I think. Oh wait, that's only 6.
Yeah, you just have to reorder it.
Yeah, I am.
Cool.
Okay. And I will also roll initiative for the bad guys.
I was gonna say I don't show up in your turn order list.
You should be there.
You need to click
Well,
on
I
your
can't see it.
character. You need to click on your.
Yeah, that's why I closed the window, but it rolled anyway. So plus the fact I'm not on this level.
You are.
Well, it's
You're off
fine.
to the
Okay.
side.
Ooh, damn.
I can't see it. I've got windows all over the place.
Oh, sorry. You're over here.
If you just scroll out, you'll see is off to the right.
Yeah, I'm scrolled out. I've got the Brother Dimitri character sheet and the ship character sheet sitting on that side.
I will move you over here. There you go.
Shift that, dude.
It's fine.
I have them open on the page and the thing zoomed out, so I can see it all at once.
Yeah,
I know you can move it. I'm not a retard.
It's all good. It's fine.
I ran out of
Everything is fine. Okay, so I'm gonna get some stuff going. I actually should get some stats for these guys. Woof. Okay, but Darius, you get to act first.
Am I in range? Not me, not the drone, me.
You can check with the handy measuring tool. Oh, definitely.
Sick. Alright, in that case, I'm going to use my move action to fire the drone.
Mm-hmm.
The dude who just yelled open fire, because
actually,
he's obviously leader.
Actually, now that I think about it, there's a lot of people in between you and them. And you don't necessarily have height on them.
Okay, but the drone?
The drone's fine.
What's their armor?
Their armor, I will tell you as soon as I find some stats for these guys. Soldier. That'll do. These guys have an armor class of 4. So pew pew. That is a miss from the drone's void carbine. It dings around inside their boarding tube. Darius, if you like, you can also use your action to move if you want to get to a better place to do some shooting.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, sure thing. You can move 10 meters.
And it was 24 to them, so I'll move here. That should be about 10.
Yeah, that works. Okay, you vault over the boundary fence on the cargo area, run across it, vault over the other one, and just end your turn back against the wall, gun at the ready. Okay, now it's their turn. So they're going to do some shooting. Let's just make some rolls here, shall we? Move that over there. I say to thee, Pim, pew pew. That's a hit.
Oh damn.
I don't even have to check. But yeah, pretty lucky roll. So these guys are using mag rifles. So it's going to be 2d8. Okay, very low. Very, very low on the damage scale. So Pim, your armature takes 3 points of damage.
You've pissed me off.
Lucia is also going to be shot at because she is like right there. That's a miss. Actually, I think Pim and Lucia both get shot at again, and Lochy, since you're behind Pim, you get shot at just the once. So second shot against Lucia. I mean, it's good, but she's in power armor, so her armor class is 1. I think this. Yeah, that still misses. But her armor class is 2, so that's just a miss. God damn, power armor's dumb.
She's in the assault suit. Not
she's in the assault suit.
Second shot.
Yeah.
So she can opt in there.
Can't hear you, Mikhail.
She doesn't. She doesn't have the required skills to operate the power armor. Pim, what's your armor class?
4.
That's another hit. And another 3 points of damage. Wow. You are so lucky, my dude. And the one shot against the one shot against Lochy is also a whiff. So the big, terrifying, intimidating target takes some hits. But now it is Pim's turn.
Right.
Let me just turn to the page that talks about rocket launchers.
Rocket launcher.
Weapons.
Thinking rocket launcher. Is anyone else thinking rocket launcher?
Cover a wide variety of man-portable missile launchers of varying degrees and sophistication. The weapons are usually equipped with basic tracking sensors, but are limited accuracy against human-sized targets. Rocket launchers take a -4 hit penalty against targets of human size or smaller. Unlike most gunnery weapons, rocket launchers can be shoulder-fired without preparing a thing to do so. Well, you know what? You're in a pretty...
I'm not aiming at them.
What are you aiming at?
Behind them.
Ship behind them.
You're going to try and shoot past them and hit the inside of their ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make an attack roll. This is so dumb.
It doesn't have to hit, like, he doesn't have to aim for anything.
I know, but still, he should make an attack roll. Okay.
That's I got a +2 to that.
Now, Mikhail, Mikhail, are you familiar with how rocket launchers work?
Yeah. There's a shell that's going to come out the back and hit Lochy.
Yeah, actually. Normally, if you're firing a rocket launcher, like a current day rocket launcher, you need to shout "back blast" because a large boom comes out the back of the rocket launcher as the rocket launcher fires forwards.
He's in power armor. It's fine.
He is in power armor. So you're actually okay, Lochy, because the rocket launcher is tech level 3, and power armor specifically states that
the effects of tech level 3.
Yeah, but unarmed attacks or manned portable weapons of tech level 3 or lower. What's weirdly specific about this is that they specify that the rocket launcher is man portable. So stupid. So, yep, a rocket launcher, you can carry it around and fire it. So, I've seen backblast before. Catalina, can can you make me a physical effect save with advantage? Because Lochy is absorbing a lot of the backblast from the rocket launcher, but you're still at risk of being hit by some of that fire.
I succeeded.
You definitely succeeded. Okay, so Pim gets out his rocket launcher, fires. You see this like ball of fire coming towards you, and have the sense of mind to just take a step to the left into. Yeah, like the left or the right, because you could just go into this hallway or something.
Oh, that's true.
Because there's a door right there. Yeah, so just take a step, and the shot just goes of fire goes past you as the rocket is propelled forwards into the room. Now, all these guys, I think they all need to make. Actually, hang on. I think it's technically an evade roll. You're still fine for the roll you made, but all these guys are evading an unpleasant effect. So, basic stats for these guys. Their saving throws, okay. They also need to jump out of the way because sure I mean, were you aiming at like past them, like above their heads, or through them, assuming they would move?
Through them. Expecting them to move because if they don't, they're toast.
You are expecting them all to move. Okay, so fail, success, fail. I'm gonna say, just because it's funny, the front guy, the guy who was so enthusiastic and happy, is able to like step aside from the shot just in time. These four other guys are not so lucky. I'm just pondering the amount of force that is going to be applied with a rocket launcher.
No.
Lots.
Goodbye their earlock.
Lots is the answer.
Damage.
Sorry?
We can hardly hear you, Mikhail.
There's actually a really nice damage thing here.
What do you mean?
It says 3d10.
Roll 3d10 damage, please.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 1s.
But a 10.
Oof. Yeah, 2 1s and a 10.
Like,
That
super
Still 12 damage.
That does counteract pretty effectively. Oh boy. Mikhail, what are you doing to me?
Challenging you.
Well, they're all dead. I think that's a pretty fair statement to say. They're all dead. So
Yeah.
these, like, he's dead. He's dead. He is dead. He is also dead. This guy is probably fine. Probably being you shoot, and the force of the impact hitting all of his friends basically forces him forwards in like he gets like pushed forwards by the blast of it, and just like face plants onto the inside of your airlock. Now,
prisoner.
after you've done this shot, you begin to notice some unfortunate other side effects of firing a rocket launcher in an enclosed space.
This is what I was waiting for.
So like, here's what I'm thinking. This guy gets knocked forward into owls, and then gets sucked backwards.
You guys begin to see that their boarding tubes and airlock, while reinforced from the outside, aren't necessarily as strong from the inside.
Yeah.
Or perhaps not strong enough to survive a rocket launcher. So these sections here begin to crumple as they have well and truly begun to yield. You don't know how much longer it's going to take, but the integrity of their airlock is beginning to crush and compress to the force of space. Wait, that's underwater. Okay, so it there's more pressure outside, so it was an outer blast, and so it's beginning to be pulled apart by space. Yes, being pulled apart by space.
Dimitri, close the door.
Hit all the buttons, okay.
Okay, so well, first things first, Dr. Charles, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You heard a big boom come from the airlock.
I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, fucking hell, Pim. Do I have like a video, like camera footage from the airlock?
Probably. You could see all this unfolding.
I probably pressed the button to slam our airlock shut.
Okay. The airlock that Pim is standing in.
I'd say the outer door.
I'd say
more
this
than
one.
the one that he's.
Okay. Close the outer door. Okay.
Yeah.
You press the button, and that door just snaps shut.
At that point, I start calculating trajectory and stuff for the plasma gun, but not firing at myself. I'm just trying to assist Dimitri in it.
Okay, sure thing.
What's going on? Like, what was boom?
Pim fired a rocket launcher within the airlock.
I took care
Oh dear.
of it like you asked.
So I use gunnery.
If you're just doing calculations, go with science, with intelligence. I think that's the thing we agreed upon previously.
Boom.
Okay, that is it's a +2 to the next person who tries to fire the plasma beam.
Me.
Very nice. Okay, well, Dimitri, it's your turn.
I'm firing the plasma beam at the pirate ship just to make sure it goes kabloo.
Okay.
There's like another 700 pirate ships around us. Do you really want to make external visible fighting?
Well,
Yes.
we weren't exactly told how many pirate ships there were.
We were.
Guys, I mean, Chris, I do appreciate the input, but this is happening like snappily and quickly, and it sounds like in that moment, well, you wouldn't know that he's about to fire the gun necessarily. I mean, would you? Perhaps.
Would I?
Perhaps
I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, maybe not the best time to fire the gun, but hovering over the red button.
Okay, so you are holding your action to shoot the gun, basically.
I'm waiting to see if the pirate ship explodes by itself.
Okay. Next up, it's Lochy's turn.
How does the outer door look?
Your door?
We are still attached.
Yes. Well, I did mention that they have boarding tubes, so they used their boarding tubes to fasten themselves to your ship. It doesn't look like anybody yet has detached.
Yeah, because it would have to detach from their end.
Yes, and based on the amount of damage just done to their boarding tubes, you're not sure if they can anymore.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to attempt to pull Tim's armature back into our side of the airlock and seal the airlock.
Okay. Pim, are you going to resist this?
No.
Okay. So you just wrap your arm around the front of Pim and just go and just take a big hefty step back and just drop him.
Your feat of human strength is always surprising.
So just
The power of it does help as well.
Definitely. You two both pull back. Ooh, I forgot to put Lucia on initiative. I'll just say she goes next, and what she does is press the button right next to her and closes this airlock door as well.
Just in case there's some explosive decompression.
Indeed. So, it's now your turn, Catalina.
Awesome. There's nothing left for me to do.
That was very quick.
Oh, actually, no. The dude's in there, right? He's still there.
Surprise, rocket launch.
The dude is there somewhere.
Yes.
In that case,
The dude should be trapped between the two airlocks, yeah?
She's gonna run up to him and hold her gun to his face.
Lucia just closed this door, so basically he is trapped in this small area by himself.
Oh.
He has to think about what he's done.
Yeah. He has no way of getting in or out, and if it turns out that the damage done to your airlock is enough to cause it to break, he's gonna be gone.
Football.
Okay.
I wonder if he thinks it was worth it or not.
I'm gonna go with a solid no.
I guess I'm
Yeah,
just gonna can I hold my turn? Is that a thing?
Sure. What are you waiting for, and what will you do?
Hadn't thought this far ahead because I thought they'd actually be fighting.
Me too.
I do need to get out of this armature.
You got shot a lot. You could very easily have been dead there, or at least trash the armature completely.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's I think what Catalina will do. She'll check on Pip.
Okay. Pim is riddled with mag rifle shells that seem to have incredibly luckily missed a lot of vital components. So it's like, it's a flesh wound, basically.
Right. Other than that, she'll just hold her action to just if anything happens that she needs to attack, she'll attack.
Okay, sure thing. You move on up and you're like, oh, Pim, you okay? Right. It is the top of the round. I think bad stuff should happen now. So the sounds that you're hearing just from in terms of vibration occurring beyond are beginning to get more and more intense, and it doesn't take long until you guys hear and feel a shuddering boom that occurs beyond.
Decompression. Yay!
Indeed. I am going to roll a physical effect save for your spaceship. Okay. That was a good roll. It seems that your airlock was not compromised by this explosion, and so I feel like with this airlock, you guys have some kind of window so that if you're in here, you can see who's coming. So yeah, Pim, you can see before you the guy who was blasted forwards. Basically, the things he did was curl up into a ball and prepare to die, and then he just doesn't, and he starts to go, I'm okay, and kind of just looks up at the door and is all like, I surrender. Please don't kill me.
Wisest thing to do.
Yeah. So yeah, big boom has occurred. Dimitri, you can see that their ship is now no longer attached to yours, and because of the nature of the explosion, your ships have kind of been pushed apart a little bit, and are now slowly drifting away from each other.
What is the rest of the ships doing?
The rest of the ship.
No, not the rest of the ship. Like the other ships around us.
Well, when I say around, I meant the rest of the solar system. So for the time being, it doesn't appear that anyone's noticed.
Okay, this is good.
Landing as quickly as possible.
Well, we're not giving that ship to Lucia.
Not without a lot of repairs.
Mm-hmm. Also, you guys have no idea who else is crewing that ship.
Yeah, that's true. We don't.
Well, nobody now.
Actually,
I was going to say someone who's regretting their life choices.
Perhaps
the airlock would have a
survivors.
Like a speaker microphone thing going, wouldn't it?
You could probably speak into your airlock. Yes.
I press the button and be like, "How many more people do you have on your ship?"
He says, 10? Why?
You are to call them now and tell them to surrender.
Okay. And if they don't?
We killed them.
we blow that ship up completely.
Okay. Can I use your Wi-Fi?
No.
No.
Okay, it's gonna rack up a lot of my minutes. It says, "Can I put my hands down?"
Yes.
How
but
else
if you
will
try
you-
anything funny, I'm going to press this button here and open the airlock.
Oh, okay. And he reaches into his pocket and just says, "Actually, you know what? He begins to speak in a language I don't think you are familiar with. He speaks in Greek.
Yeah, no.
I can speak Greek.
Can you?
Oh yeah.
I've got him on loudspeaker.
I have this.
Yeah, you do have Greek, don't you?
I've got him on loudspeaker so you can hear him.
Okay.
It's in here somewhere. Yes, languages: English, Russian, and Greek.
Of course, it's because the third planet in your solar system speaks Greek.
Yep.
Yeah. Colocatronus. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so
I want
you can tell that he's saying, "Boss, it's not gone well, as I'm sure you've seen. Maybe you let these ones go and go and get some repairs. How about it?" The response isn't audible enough for it to be properly understood.
Yeah.
But he just, you know what? See how persuasive this terrified man is. I mean,
Can you please let them know that we have a plasma beam trained on them?
yeah, they have a plasma beam. As I'm sure you can see, it's probably warming up.
Oh no, it is past warming up.
It is hot.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can I go back onto my ship, please?
Open the airlock.
No, not like that.
I have
I'm
a
not
question.
going to murder someone without cause. We've already
How
killed
much
4
do
of
you
his men.
think your boss thinks you are worth?
No, what will happen is you can leave as soon as we land on the planet. Because we're not going to leave and then have your boss, once you're off the ship, decide that he doesn't want us to leave. So you're coming with us to the surface.
Oh, a hostage. I see.
Oh,
Do you have a weapon on you?
Can I just borrow? He says to you, can I just borrow a vac suit?
No. You're coming with us. You have no choice in this matter.
Well,
He
no,
begins to-
he has choice. He has choice of he comes with us or we push him out the headlock.
At that point, I start going over what physically happens to the human body in vacuum.
Oh, you mean like they freeze and their eyes pop out of their skull as the... Is that what you're
Basically.
talking about? Yeah. It's
I
great.
will need to make repairs to my Nemesis armature. For now, I will have to use the assault suit that I have crafted for Lochy.
That is currently being
Which
piloted
means-
by Lucia.
I know.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to take the Nemesis back to the workshop and start working on repairs.
Okay.
At that point, I'm like, Darius? Darius?
Oh dear, Darius has died.
I wonder if he's things screwed up again.
Possibly.
It's possible.
Me? What?
Yes.
There we go.
As comms officer, can you contact the ship that just tried to board us and tell them that we will be keeping their lieutenant? Officer?
Lieutenant, whatever.
With us.
Ask
until
this
we
man
land
what
on
his
the
rank
planet
is.
and they can come pick him up when we are safe.
I just flick open the comm channels to them and just go, "Good morning.
Hello?
How are we today?"
I was better when my ship worked.
Yes, I was better when I wasn't confronted by pirates. I'm wondering how we're going to send him back to you, whether it's in one piece or in small envelopes.
Such an ugly word. Look, I've heard what you said. If you want, just take him down to the planet. If he gets arrested, he gets arrested. I don't care.
Right. And what about you? Why the fuck is there a pirate fleet in orbit around this planet at the moment?
Money?
Okay, here's the deal. We are after money as well, and we work as mercenaries. We're actually on a couple of jobs on the planet. I'm sure we can get a few people to pay us to, I don't know, clear out the fleet. Probably wouldn't take too long either. I suggest you leave before we take off from the planet.
Huh.
The Alfdis Defense Force will be contacted about this.
Huh. So, Darius just issued a challenge to an entire blockade fleet.
Yep.
A literal unit in the faction turn that I was representing here.
Yep.
And you just said that your one frigate class ship
It was a bluff.
Oh yeah,
It was
so
a
gonna
bluff.
die.
It was 100% a bluff from his perspective. From my perspective, out of game, I know this is a terrible idea.
Why did you do this? You're gonna get us all killed.
It was what Darius would do. He'd go, "Fuck, we just destroyed one of them. I can't expect there to be more than about 50 ships in their armada. We've threatened that there's going to be more of us coming. Let's see how it goes."
Okay, this is actually a lot for me to think about. Oh, jeez.
You broke the DM. Well done.
Catalina's gonna start yelling at Darius at this point.
No. Lochy's completely on board. Fucking launch me out the airlock. I'll go Master Chief on these brutes.
One by one, Lochy.
Don't forget, I can create my own access holes to their space shuttles.
Yep. And you have support going in with you.
So, the person on the other line says, "You are incredibly stupid. You know that?"
Do you think Do you think I would be dumb enough to make this claim with no backers?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not. Trust me. I'm well aware that there's more ships than us, but we can almost certainly take you down.
Okay. Hey, boys, open fire!
Forcing the DM into a cheap
Press the button.
You basically can say, all right, fight me.
The moment he said that, I'll just yell fire to our ship as well.
Also, in that moment, I press the button.
Oh, he hits the button. Oh wait, you gotta roll to attack first, and then you can roll how much damage you do.
Oh Jesus, garbage roll.
No, that's all right because it was at the wrong point.
Actually, you know what? Don't even bother rolling to hit.
They are that close.
You guys are both just like right in front of each other. They also have a plasma beam on their ship. So you roll 3d6, that is damage. So you deal 5 damage to them.
I was gonna say, did I roll or did he roll?
No, I pressed the button to open the airlock.
Yeah.
Oh. Right.
So
Bye!
So you just roll 3d6. Their ship doesn't have enough armor to absorb that because it's AP 10 with the plasma beam. So they roll 3d6 against you and get a 14.
That's bullshit.
That's unfortunate.
That's just mean.
Okay. Your ship takes 14 points of damage.
Can you use expert trait to re-roll that, or is it damage roll 6?
No, it's just skills is other things you can re-roll.
Yeah. Okay, so I did say I took the Nemesis back, yeah?
Yes, you did.
So it's fair to assume I'm plugged into the supercomputer now, yes?
I feel like this has been happening relatively quickly. I think you are in the armory and have your choice of either your Echo or your Voyager to get into to get to the supercomputer.
or the little machine doohickey that goes around on a rail.
Also true. That would probably take you about 2-3 turns to get up to the supercomputer then. But after that volley,
There's a
Darius,
big hole to make it easier for you.
you get another call on the comms, and this guy just says, "Are you sure about that?"
Depends. How sure are you?
I'm feeling a lot better than you look, buddy.
I'm feeling a lot better than
I
your
have
5
again.
dead men and the one expelled out of the airlock into space.
Oh yeah, he was screaming to the last.
It gets about half a second of screaming in.
I'm just gonna go, well, possibly we can come to a deal, and then I switch channels quickly so that they can't hear us and just go to Nikolai or stall him, just fire again and switch back.
Okay, at this point,
Roll better this time. Yes, there I go.
well, actually, I think at this point, you guys have both had the peace of mind to get to. I mean, they at least, upon taking your shot, have pulled back.
Oh, what? You mean I have to aim now?
Yes, you have to aim now. It's not just two boats passing each other and unloading cannons. You have to aim a bit more.
I missed my chance. I was going to launch myself out the tube.
At the airlock?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late.
Wait, really?
Yes, I was going to try and mag seal to their ship and
Okay, so
reach and enter.
this is so dumb what you guys do.
Yes.
My game. Okay, so
Hey, you gave me a weapon capable of making a 1 meter hole in the ship.
yes, I did.
You think
Of
I'm
course
not
we're gonna
going to
use
use that?
So if we backtrack a bit, as soon as the command fire was heard, your guy, well, your hostage was evacuated from the airlock.
Yeah.
I feel like in the time that the banter has been occurring, you could have closed your airlock, had time to repressurize, step in and close it behind you.
Okay.
I think.
I don't think there would be enough time from when they pulled away, though, for me to be able to get it over to their ship.
If you work with the pilot and help him aim you, then perhaps you'll have a better chance.
If you backtrack even more, you could say that he stepped into the airlock just as Charles hit the button.
So
and he ejected both of them into space.
Yeah.
Let's not go that far.
I think we should just plasma beam.
Okay, so I'll need you to make an attack roll against them. Which is gunnery.
Can I assist by distracting their captain?
You assume the captain's the one flying the ship.
Is that int?
Yes, intelligence.
Roll a d20. Would I be able to help with science to...
Yes, you can. So, make your science roll.
Are you rolling a d20, Nick?
Yeah, to attack.
+1.
No, I've got a gunnery skill to roll.
Oh no, it's if you're making an attack roll, then it is roll a d20. You get to add your skill to gunnery.
D20.
Yeah, so
and +1 to the assist.
Oof.
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna expert that.
I said gunnery would have been better.
No, you can't.
I can re-roll that. Can I re-roll it? No, I can't.
No, it's not a skill check. It's an attack roll.
What?
Yeah, like if you're an expert, like a charm only works for skill checks, not attack rolls and throws.
How much health does our spaceship have, by the way?
Not much left.
We're fucked.
Why is gunnery not the skill?
Because what
would you use
All
that for
your attack
otherwise?
rolls are the same.
The skill is gunnery, just you are making an attack roll, not doing a skill check.
So if you look, so you should be pressing attack on the ship's thing, and then adding whatever your gunnery skill is as the assist.
Since the ship doesn't really have a attack thing.
Don't let this be the end of the
range
Gloved
attack.
Molotov.
It's looking like it is going to
Bring it in.
Well, he's gonna fire back.
We're fucked.
Nope.
Nah.
He missed.
Fire again.
You guys have 6 points.
Well, seeing as I'm not going to be able to launch myself, how long would it take me to get to the gunnery position?
Well, here's something that I have mentally had present in the ship the entire time, but I don't think you guys have ever had cause to use. Technically, the main permanent stairs are the ones back here. But I just knew that at some point in the future, you idiots would have been down at the airlock and thought to yourself, boy, I need to get up to the bridge really quickly. How am I going to go about doing that? So
I'm
in my
going to get
head,
the enemy ship to make a hole so we can get up there really quickly.
so in my head, I always imagined that around here there was a ladder.
Okay.
You can climb up the ladder, pop open a hatch on the upper deck, and then be not that far away from the bridge.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Get in the gunnery.
You can probably go up the ladder and get to the gunnery seat as part of your turn, but not fire.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Can I have I made it to the supercomputer yet?
You're halfway there.
Cool.
This is getting properly messy.
Yes.
So, are you going to fire again?
Well, I can try.
Okay.
Please do.
Please make another attack roll.
Nope.
Assisting again. No, not even going to bother.
Wait for the assist next time, Nick.
So going to die.
Okay.
You click D20, and it doesn't matter whether you get assist or not because it just rolls the D20.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no
Okay.
adding numbers and stuff for that one.
They're gonna shoot you again. They're gonna fire back.
We need someone to have reroll on hand, man.
Don't
they
get
missed!
Yes.
Oh my god!
See,
Okay.
the only
Right,
difference
it's
here is that their
now.
first attack did lots of damage, and our first attack didn't.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. It's kind of how dice work.
Romney's holding, Romney's on the side, do you guys need a reroll?
Yes! Romney, you can do that! We enabled the reroll from Romney!
Yes, we did, but I think it's only
All right,
activatable
roll to
once
attack.
a session. So
Has Romney done it before? So Romney, if you want to allow Dimitri to reroll that last attack, you can do it if you do the thing.
It's his turn to roll for an attack anyway.
That's
All right,
true,
well,
but
if I miss this time, you can re-roll that one.
yeah, okay. Make an attack, please. You
That's a
hit.
hit.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
hit. Roll damage.
Catalina's just going to be floating around the ship trying to make sure that she can, repair anything that's sort of necessary.
You want him to go autonomous.
Damn it! I was going to say you need to roll at least a 16.
You can't get 16 of... Oh, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Like-
You can get 18.
Their
What do you want me to
ship,
re-roll that then?
their ship has more hit points than yours.
Does it?
Oh, so we're fucked then.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, Darius.
We're not fucked yet.
Okay.
Am I in the supercomputer yet?
Yes. So they've taken 14 points of damage. You fought this class of ship before. It has 25 hit points total.
Just no
So
armor.
no, it's got armor. Just both your guns have AP 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're gonna. You know what? They've taken a good chunk of damage, but they've also dealt a decent chunk of damage. So their mindset is probably, oh god, wait, maybe we can do this. Exactly what you guys are thinking now, which is maybe we can do this. So
what's Lochy doing?
I haven't been thinking
I'm
that
going
at
to
all.
shoot the weapons as well, but you keep shooting them, sir.
this is getting a lot.
Only one of us can shoot.
And we're dead.
We're not dead.
All they have
Hey
to do is roll
Romney!
3 ones.
Hey Romney, would you like to force me to re-roll that? I'll allow it. I like this campaign. Please.
We are
Send
so
over the bits.
TPK, man.
I don't want to kill my friends. I mean, in fairness.
Hey, he did it! Hey!
Okay.
Thanks, Romney, you're
What
the
did you
best!
roll?
I rolled a
17.
17 on the die.
I can't even see it.
Okay.
Oh, I just knocked you dead.
Stop doing this, my heart.
Okay, Pim, you're able to provide a +2 to the next shot.
I will also be providing assistance if I can.
Please roll.
Realizing how much trouble we're in.
Yes! +3!
Realizing how much trouble we're in, I'm going to attempt to hack into the ship engines and override the warp drive to purposely flick us through dimensions.
Not yet.
Worst case scenario.
Do I roll with combat gunnery?
Yes, you roll with combat gunnery.
It's an attack roll, but use the bonus you have to combat gunnery as well as I think it's intelligence and +4 from the bonuses you're getting from your friend.
Basically, make a random space jump in a random direction.
You guys, you can't actually do that. You're a day in from the edge of the solar system.
Why not?
Because you're in the gravity well of the star.
Yeah. So what happens if you attempt to jump while in a gravity well?
A lot of safety features are going to activate and say, no, you can't do this.
And that's why I override them.
Okay, so the ship tab hasn't been updated with the new laser, has it? It's still got the laser.
No. Okay. It's fine. Just make the attack roll and we'll roll damage manually.
D20.
D20.
Wow.
Yeah. Both of us were terrible.
You both can't fire the gun at once.
Yeah, I know.
Oof.
That
Guys,
is terrible luck.
What is happening? I'm sorry. Oh no. I'm so scared.
I'm tempted to offer a reroll.
What? This is not my fault.
It is your fault.
It is 100% your fault.
You said, "Hey, buddy, come at me," and then he was all like, "Okay, open fire."
I didn't say come at me. I said
you said I can take you and your entire fleet, and his thought was, "You sure about that?"
No, I didn't say I could. I said you better be out of here by the time we leave the planet, or there will be more ships arriving to deal with you. I was bluffing.
He called you bluff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, the DM didn't ask for you to do a persuade roll either.
You're right.
I let your words speak, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is happening. Pew pew. 12. What's
not a hit?
What's the Gloved Molotov's armor class?
7.
5, I think. Yeah, 5.
That's a miss. Okay.
Fuck for that.
Jeez.
Okay, I'm offering new projections for the gun.
What is happening?
Nope, mine didn't work that time.
Dancing around each other, taking random pot shots with your plasma beams. I don't want it to end this way, you guys. I love you. Oh boy. Pim, are you also going to assist in shooting if shooting is the goal still?
This whole time I'd be telling Dimitri to make his way towards the planet.
Okay.
Just idle my way towards the planet. That usually takes like 2 or 3 days.
You're a day away, but you do have the option to evade combat. Basically, it's a thing that I think you could have been doing if you wanted to.
Should we evade
in it now? In it to win it.
Pew pew.
Okay, so you're not trying to evade combat. Pim, are you going to try and assist Lochy's shot?
Oh yeah.
Can Darius be hacking the other guys?
There's no way to connect.
You know what? Just for the sake of curiosity, yes, Darius. Also, can you also make me a roll to see how successful you are in trying to override the ship's
safety features,
like safeguards? Okay. Pim is able to give a +2 to the attack roll from Lochy.
Come on! Wow.
Oh my!
Jesus Christ, Lochy! Like, stop drilling on the button.
bugger this. I'm going out the airlock.
I'm gonna re-roll that simply
Okay.
because
Why not?
I think we're fucked unless we do something really out there.
Okay, you just like a charmed it and got 12. You have disabled all of the safety features that keep a ship from entering dry space when you were inside inside a star's gravity well. Because you rolled a 12.
This is not going to.
I'll just open up comms and just go. I've turned off the space slip safety features. If you want to make a jump, make it now, and we'll live with the consequences.
We don't have any fuel.
We might not.
That's true.
We don't have any fuel. We can't make any fuel.
All right, we're fucked then.
Fire at the ship. When it comes down to luck of the die, we have to trust in the die.
They
Let's
fired
do this.
too. They're also going to fire. They miss
Which
again.
they fuck up.
Okay, well, what are you guys gonna do?
That's
What are you
assisted.
No.
That's assisted.
That was blank. I
With
didn't add
the shot is assisted.
So
Yeah,
you're
that's
firing this
assisted.
guy.
Rory.
Yes.
He just fired, but it was assisted by me, so that's a +2, isn't it?
Your assist went on to the 2 rolled by Lochy.
Yeah, but I can assist 2
Roll
people
assist
at once,
again.
remember?
2 different tasks. Did we say?
Yeah, but I can assist 2 people at once, can't I? In
Yes,
the
but
supercomputer?
yes, but it's like 2. Like you can roll to assist this shot. Just yeah, because basically it's this is another round now. You assisted Lochy, he missed. You can now assist Dimitri to see if you hit.
Well, he just rolled a d20 and got 14.
Doesn't matter. Just roll to see if you add to it.
Exactly.
Okay. Probably will. Be good to me, dice.
They're not being any good to Lochy. Although the assist rolls have been pretty good.
Except for my last 2.
You don't assist. So hang on a second. What's their armor class? Oh,
That doesn't have the 2+1s. It's only got 1+1.
wait a second. You hit.
Missing the intelligence.
You hit. I just realized.
You hit. Okay, roll damage.
You hit with a 14.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you hit with 14.
Because he gets a +4.
No, it's you get a +6 because of their armor class.
15.
Oh.
There's a chunkier meatball.
Okay.
Is it dead?
4, 5, and 6 on the dice.
I'm just gonna say this because I like saying it occasionally. How do you want to do this?
Shoot the bridge.
Where do you
We
hit?
hit the engines and the engines explode.
Okay. So you guys get into
Actually, no.
We hit their gun and their gun explodes.
All the targeting solutions I'm giving you are literally hit their slip drive.
Oh, there you go.
You want to create a slip drive explosion in this space while I've turned off our safety. Good. I like. 2.
We're fucked
Go home.
anyway.
Go home.
Okay. You shoot at their spike drive. So after I'd say what's probably one of the tensest 30 seconds of any of your lives, you've got Catalina frantically running around the engine room, like aggressively trying to make spot fixes as like pops and gaskets start to go off. All the dials are in the red, and your ship is just screaming at you. It's just Dimitri and Lochy aggressively shouting at each other, one person in the pilot seat, one person in the gunnery seat, as Dr. Charles is aggressively like calculating trajectories. Pim is just like projecting like probable courses for their ship up on the HUD, and Darius is just convinced we're all going to die and is preparing a ridiculous failsafe. There is this moment of clarity, and you see the line. Dimitri takes the shot, and this big, hot, stinking ball of plasma sails through space impacts the rear of their ship and ruptures their spike drive, causing one hell of an explosion in front of you.
Goodbye.
At that point, I literally look out the viewport, go, I've seen that before.
And I think we're going to call it there because it's like 10:36. I didn't expect it to happen like this, but oh my god, you guys. I love you.
I think we just massively changed the faction game, though.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make a roll just to see how much damage the roll that Romney saved you from would have actually been.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Romney, you saved their lives.
You saved our
You
aces!
saved their lives, Romney.
Oh, Romney,
We
Romney
were
needs
so
a
dead.
place named after him.
Okay, so
Romulus.
I hope everybody had a good time in my heart.
I should have stayed in the airlock. Could have just survived even if the ship blew out. Fly off into space.
Oh my god.
Next time you guys decide to get into a space battle, I'm just getting into my fucking back suit and hiding somewhere.
In the one
Actually,
airlock, yeah.
If Ash agrees to this, I think that's actually a good idea. Why not call the assault suit the Romnipotent?
Yes.
Yes!
The wrong
Love it.
Romnipotent. Done.
I do hope that this has been a very educational time for you guys. To be
Yeah,
careful
this is why you don't
With-
make really big fights.
with ship combat. Because you need to be careful with ship
Yeah,
combat.
don't start fights with pirate fleets.
Fucking pirates.
Like, yes, we fired at them.
Yes,
I thought-
we're
I thought-
making haste to the fucking planet, and we're going to hopefully land without burning ourselves to death when, friction.
I went with we
Next
just
time, let
killed.
me be on the ship first.
I went with we just killed 7 members of a boarding crew. There's no one close enough to assist them. I can probably piss them off as much as I want. I was wrong.
Yeah.
The rest of their ship was fine.
Very wrong.
The rest of their ship was fine.
They had an explosive decompression in their boarding area. Like
Yes.
that's their entire bottom deck would have been wiped clean of staff.
Yeah, but it's a frigate, and there's like a top deck that has where you control the thing.
As I
Alright.
said, he had 10 people on the ship, so there was 15 in total. 5 died in the tube. Now 10 have died on the ship. As their spike drive exploded.
So guys,
Problem solved.
this was very interesting. I do hope that you guys are all okay with how I played that, because I feel like it was suitable to the characters of the bad guys.
Oh, it was 100% Chris's fault. We know that.
I pushed it a little far.
Yeah, there's
and
no me, but it's fine.
I deserve that.
This
Okay.
is where Charles is
I'm
going to be
very
like,
glad that everyone else
so,
didn't bite you to me.
who causes trouble by going on the fucking
On
comms?
the comms, it seems Darius can't be trusted on the comms.
I
How
feel
do-
like someone else needs a one-on-one with Lochy.
What?
You need a talking to from Lochy.
Oh, okay. Don't do that again. All right. Okay. That's how all you're talking to is go to.
Okay, I think we need to call it a night. Alice, is it possible for us to do any raiding?
Yeah, is there anyone that... Anyone
Game
wants
Stormers
us
are
to-
still on.
Are they?
Okay.
Oh, yes. So
Let's go for the game stormers then.
Yes, it takes
Oh my
longer
god,
than just...
you guys.
Let's go to Game Stormers. I have to, like, pull up the stoof.
Yes, of course.
You have to flush the
I have
stew.
Guys,